What is going on? Welcome to another Saturday live stream. Today we are going to be doing subscriber Q&As. We're going to be checking out some channels, and we're basically going to be hanging out, and we're starting right now.
That's just how it is. Ain't waiting on me.
What is going on? My name is Nick. Welcome to another live stream. If this is your first time here and you're watching this on the replay and you want to learn how to grow your channel, make videos, and all types of other YouTube-related stuff, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. With that out of the way, I just tried to hit the subscribe bell graphic and it just did not show up, and that's the beauty of live. Because we're going live. I mean, we're live right now. We're not going anywhere. We are live right now. So I'm going to hop into the stream. Going to say what's up to some folks because there have been some people in here, some early people into the stream. So I want to hop in here and just give some shout outs because, you know, I just like giving shout outs when these things first get started. It just kind of, you know, pumps me up a little bit. Kind of, you know, it's a little bit of fun and all of that good stuff. Free American Spirit, Greg, what is going on, my friend? Nice to see you in here. Canon Fire, what is going on? Nick Flow Show. You, sir, are also a savage. Maxna Gamers, what is going on? Nice to see you in here. Adam Yaboa, what is up? Sorry for the name thing there. I get the same thing, you know, a lot. People pronounce my name wrong too, so I feel your pain. Game Changer, what is up? Nice to see you in here as well. Inappropriate K-pop Mom, nice to see you. And of course, Doug Hoosen, who is here every single Saturday without fail. High five and fist bump to you, my friend, for hanging out every single Saturday. It's awesome to have you in the stream and to see you here. Beanie Draws, what is going on? Nice to see you in here as well. So what we're going to do is first, I'm going to scroll down the page here a little bit just to kind of catch up here in the comments section. Mentor John, what is going on? Mentor John, Mental Rider in the house, what is happening? So yeah, so basically what we're going to be talking about today is you. We're going to be talking about the questions that you have. We're going to be talking about what you're going through on YouTube right now, and we are going to be basically just hanging out because, you know, that's how it goes down here on the Nick Nimmin channel on Saturdays. So Saturday mornings in a lot of places, a lot of people here that are watching this right now are watching from somewhere that it's morning time right now. The place where I am in the world, it is actually evening. It is 8:30 almost in the evening time. But you know what? Social Media Tech TV, what is going on? Nice to see you. It's evening, but I'm still crushing a coffee with you morning folks. So to you, where it's morning, here is to a good day for you. And hey, if anybody wants to send me a coffee cup, I'm definitely down for coffee cups. My friend Pedro over at the Wolf's World, he sent me a coffee cup and a shirt, and both are awesome. I'll go ahead and say that. His channel is the Wolf's World, and unfortunately, when his cup got here, it was smashed into a bunch of different pieces. So you can see a picture of that on Instagram. So here's what I've been doing today. And then we're going to get into, you know, the subscriber Q&As. And make sure if you haven't yet, thanks, Doug, for the share. Make sure if you haven't yet that you go ahead and share this on Twitter because later on in the show, when I go into the channel reviews, of course, how that part of the show works, just to go ahead and do it, I have the actual rules. There's just 3 rules. I have the actual rules of the channel reviews down in the description below. They're at the very bottom of the description, so you can just scroll all the way down for that. But in addition to that, basically what I do for most of those is I will go onto Twitter, and for people that have shared the stream and have @ed me, then I will pick the channel reviews from there. Of course, you know, like I said, the super chat people come first because I'd be a jerk if they didn't. But once those are out of the way, then I go to the free portion. And during that free portion, I pull those from Twitter. So if you haven't shared this out yet, make sure that you do it. And if you are coming in here for the first time, you're going to enjoy the show. If you're coming in here, you know, if you're in here all the time, make sure you give this video a thumbs up so we can get this show on the road. So basically what I've been doing today is cutting the caboose in the house. What is going on? Nice to see you in here. So what I've been doing today is I have been doing some stuff for the new channel. So I have a link down in the description below right now to my Facebook page for the new channel. We're still putting the page together, but I posted a picture there today of what the set that we're building. So you can go to the Facebook page and like that now if you like, but I'm also going to pull it up on the screen here, possibly actually. Let me look at the screen before I actually commit to that. But I'm going to pull it up on the screen right here, and The reason that I'm going to do that is because I want you to see how cool this is. I'm so proud of this. My brother planned all of this and put it together, and the end result here is looking amazing. It looks like Doug Hosen and Amigo have both already checked it out. But here, I will pull it up on the screen here so you guys can see this. I wonder if I can do this without having all this stuff in the sidebar. I don't think I can, so maybe that's not the best idea. So, okay, so that's not going to work, so you're just going to have to go to Facebook and see it if you want. But basically what I'm getting at is what I've been messing with today is we had this whole big set built, right? And there's a link to the new channel down in the description below. Make sure you go and subscribe to that. But we had this whole big set built, and we got the first part of it in there today, and it is awesome. It is huge. It's a lot bigger than I anticipated it being because my brother actually designed the whole thing. But it's a lot bigger than I anticipated it being, and it looks just awesome. Like, it looks incredible. So definitely head over there and check that out. Basically, we've done a few different things. The one is basically it's like a 1, 2, 3. It's a 3-walled set. And we're going to have, like, sound, acoustic foam in there so that we can do, like, live show type stuff like this from there, multiple cameras and all of that. In addition to that, we also had like an overhead camera table built. And with that overhead camera table, that thing is also wicked, but basically it's built from scratch, and it's made so you can mount cameras on top of it, and you can shoot directly down on the table, and it's a really big table, so we can, really give some insight there into, all types of different DIY type things for your channels and stuff like that. But it's gonna be awesome. It's already awesome. So I just wanted to share that because I'm super excited about it. So, I kind of went on there a little bit of a tangent about it, but that's okay. So now let's go ahead and get into what you're doing, and that is rocking out on YouTube. So let's get into your questions. What kind of questions do you have? Brian G. Johnson in the house. What is going on, Brian? Friend, nice to see you. I spent I think we were on the phone for like 2.5 or 3 hours yesterday, brainstorming just strategy stuff with Brian, talking YouTube, just hanging out, which was awesome. And it's always good to have somebody else that's in the YouTube space that you can talk to, you can hang out with, even if it's virtually, that you can hang out with and bounce ideas off of and things like that. It's extremely powerful just for the sake of, if nothing else, just for the sake of clearing your mind out a little bit and getting your, like getting your thoughts out there and sharing those thoughts. Like, I had some stuff with Brian to where I'm like, hey, dude, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And he's like, well, I think this. And then he's like, hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And I'm like, well, I think this. And it's just super valuable. So if you have friends in the YouTube community, definitely try to connect. And if you don't have any, if you are a solo show and you are pushing for all of this stuff yourself, it's super important that you, as fast as you possibly can, that you find some YouTubers to hang out with so that you can, even if it's in the chat, right now, hit each other up in the chat, look at each other's channels, see what's going on, see what other people are doing, find people that are making content similar to your own, and reach out for collaborations, for the sake of just talking to other YouTubers, being a part of the community. Super powerful stuff, great for your mindset, great as something else too, just great for keeping track of and keeping an eye on what's normal, right? Because if you're doing this yourself, you don't have anything to gauge off of because you're looking at everything from the outside and you don't have anything to gauge off of. So being able to connect with other people that are doing the same things is extremely, extremely powerful. And if you look right here, you'll see how I've got that thing moving in the background with my logo. Normally it's just a logo image, but I noticed in Brian G's video, in his videos lately, he's been doing like a moving laptop or a moving slideshow thing there, and I thought that was cool, so totally ripped that off from Brian right there. So I just want to go ahead and put that out there, as it is. So, but okay, so with that, let's go ahead and get into the Q&A portion here. Because of the delay, give me a second to pull up the actual chat so we can see what is going on. Yeah, Brian, his is a slideshow. Mine's just a video loop because I want my logo back there. His is a slideshow where he's got a bunch of different stuff. But I noticed it and I thought, that's interesting. Something else to look at, right? So I figured I would straight up copy copy what was going on there. Cutting the Caboose says she's also going to rip that idea off for her B studio of having stuff on the screen. So Brian G. Johnson is in the house, and he started an epidemic. Good stuff. Social Media Tech TV, what is going on? Nice to see you in here. World Class Wrecking Crew in the house, says Brian G. Johnson with the hashtag WCWC. Dubc. Okay, so for everybody that's asking about the channel reviews, we are not there yet. So just hang tight. We will get there. This is basically just the intro portion. I want to ask some questions because some people will just come in. They'll want some questions answered, and then they'll get out of here. Some people, they want to come in and hang out and interact and all that stuff, which is totally cool, totally on board with that. But in addition to that, the channel review portion is later in the show, so make sure that that if you are here looking for the channel review, that you stick around for that later portion of the show. Sandwell Mobiles, I'm going to go ahead and click you open here, but like I said, we're not doing that in the show yet, so so definitely stick around until we get to that portion of the show, but we are definitely going to get there. So now I'm going to dig into the chat here, look for some questions, see any questions popping up, see anywhere where I can kind of hop in here. Elise Lee says, "Sup, Nick? How's Thailand? Thailand is fantastic. Wonderful weather today, which is great for the running around that we had to do. Unfortunately, the sound panels that we were trying to get worked out, we weren't able to work those out today, but we found the place that we can get them, which is a bonus. So that is always good. But, we wanted to get the lights today and we wanted to get the sound panels, and we failed on both because it took so long to actually get the actual walls of this thing up the stairs and things like that. But the actual weather, for out running around, it's pretty awesome today. Intrepid Dawn, what is going on? Nice to see you in here. Let's see here. How old are you? Says this name is Carl. I'm old enough to know better than to answer that question. That's how old I am. No, I'm just kidding. I can say this, that I went to a New Kids on the Block concert before they were New Kids on the Block. So if that, if there's anything to say about that, then that's definitely kind of going to put an aging thing on me, and especially if you don't even know who the New Kids on the Block are. And I'm ashamed to even say that I know who the New Kids on the Block are, but it's basically who Justin Timberlake was a part of before Justin Timberlake was Justin Timberlake. So, that's what's going on there. So, let's see here. How long have I been doing YouTube? I've been doing YouTube now for about my first upload was in September, I believe, of 2014. But 2014 or 2015, I think 2014. And so I did, a few months there, and then I went to another channel, and I was there for a bunch of months, like 7-8 months, something like that. And then I came back to this channel, and then I've been going hard on this channel ever since. Not going hard on it, but, doing what I can. Yes. WDWPOV says, I'm looking for a podcaster mic. Any recommendations? This. I absolutely love this thing. I have a link to it down in the description below if you want to go check out the reviews and stuff on Amazon. I absolutely love this thing. Here's the deal. I just got this upgraded thing here today for the pop filter. If you get this mic, definitely get one of these. Super important. This does have the option in it to where it actually has a built-in pop filter as well, but adding this additional pop filter on here it makes a huge difference on how it picks up everything. So I highly recommend it. But this is a broadcast quality mic. So some studios actually use this. It's reasonably priced. It's more expensive obviously than a cheaper alternative would be. However, it's totally worth it. It isolates the sound right in front of you. So, like you can see right here. So I'm just going to start pulling this back just a little bit, and you can see how much the sound dies off pulling back just a little bit. Huge difference. And in addition to that, like I've got a fan running over here. My air conditioner's on. I've got like 30 people in the living room. I'm just kidding. I don't have anybody in the living room right now. But I've got a fan on. I've got air conditioning on and all of that stuff, and it isolates that pretty nicely as well. Firechild says, can you give one really good tip for YouTube? Yes, my tip for YouTube is to make content for your viewers. That's it. Make content that your target audience is interested in, and learn to craft your videos in order to actually keep that target audience watching. And as long as you do that over and over and over and over again, and you learn how to rank your videos, then eventually you will catch traction. Eventually you will grow as long as you're delivering value to YouTube. But basically, try to learn as much as you possibly can. Dolce Mom Life says, Nick, I see some people on YouTube go live on you now to try to get subscribers on YouTube. What do you think about that? I think it's fine. You know, I think going live on different platforms, trying to push people over, yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that at all. I think that's good, actually, Dolce Mom Life, because you know, like being able to extract an audience from another platform and pull them into YouTube is fantastic. Plus, putting yourself out there even more in on these other platforms is also a bonus as far as, you know, growing your brand is concerned. Grandpa's Place, thank you. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you so much for that super chat. Okay, let's see here. What camera do you prefer for beginners except the iPhone? It depends on what you're making. Personally, I'm a big fan of Canon cameras. I think Canons are awesome. The new 80D is pretty sweet. I'm using the 70D. But of course, you know, the Sony lineup of their A line of cameras, those are really cool, and you're kind of future-proofing yourself with those because they shoot in 4K with the Canons. At least as of right now, they're not shooting in 4K. So the 4K thing isn't a huge deal, and it does require a lot, you know, like a stronger computer. However, inside ideas, I just want to say, if you're watching this live stream right now, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard as a new subscriber. But yeah, with that 4K, basically, like where it really comes into play is you have this huge frame of information to work with, right? Like what I have to do is when I do my push zooms on my videos, when I do those push zooms, technically I'm losing quality every time I push in on it because I'm making the frame bigger than it was actually recorded as. You can't tell that much, but if you're really, you know, digging into it, then Sabrina Barth, what is going on? Nice to see you. Welcome aboard as a new subscriber as well. But yeah, with the 1080 frame frame, basically, like when you push in on that, you get that small loss in quality. For the type of content I make, that's not that big of a deal, doesn't matter. But depending on the type of content that you make, you might want to future-proof yourself and go with a 4K camera because you have that bigger size. Get my thing here. There we go. Everything's kind of backwards. There we go. You have that bigger size, and then basically when you push in on it, if you still render it out as a 1080p sized video, then what happens is when you push in on that, you're still not losing any quality. All you're doing essentially is just kind of moving things around in that frame, which is pretty cool. Okay, hey Nick, how can I increase video quality on OBS when I'm live? You can do that via your bitrate. Of course, the actual computer that you have pushing the information through is also going to make a difference. In addition to that, your actual internet speed is going to be a huge factor in the quality that you're able to push through. If you notice on this video as an example, or in this stream, I'm pushing through a 1280 by 720 sized stream because my internet, everything gets kind of choppy if I try to push through a 1920 by 1080 frame. So that's actually a pretty common thing in the live streaming world right now. As everything improves and all that stuff, then the 1080p is going to be a lot more common. But some people do it now, but a lot of people are still on the 1280 by 720 side with their live stream, so that they can basically take their 1920 by 1080 frame size and then they push it out at 1280 by 720. So that's one thing that you can do. The second thing is to make sure your internet connection's solid. If you already have an internet connection that is okay or even solid, but you're using it on Wi-Fi, that can also work against you. So you want to make sure that you plug in to your computer as well, so that you're actually hard-lined in instead of risking that Wi-Fi signal dropping or just a lesser signal going through. That's actually the whole reason, because, I used to only work over there at my standing desk, but the whole reason that I even built this whole area here in the first place is for the live streaming, so I can sit down, and so that I can hardline basically I can hardline my internet connection into my computer and push through a cleaner stream that way. Let's see here. How can I get 200 subs? You get 200 subs by making interesting videos, or making videos that people want to watch. And what I mean by that is basically making your content discoverable and making your content valuable to other people in some way, shape, or form. That is one way to do it. Sabrina Barth says, "Hey Nick, took a while to figure out where the chat thingy was." Yeah, so the chat thingy. Do you mean the? I'm not sure what you mean by the chat thingy. Razman's Reality, what is going on? Nice to see you in here. Jimmy Changa, nice to see you in here as well. Those of you asking how to get more subs, check out Nick's video library. Tons of valuable info on how to properly grow your channel. Consider subscribing. Absolutely, I totally agree, and when 110% on board with Jimmy Changa on that one. I totally agree. Just go check out the video library. Okay, this is a good one. Inside Ideas says, "I get nervous when making videos. Please help." Okay, as YouTubers, there's probably a lot of people in this chat right now that can also give some input on this. But here's the thing. When you start making videos, in a lot of cases, it is uncomfortable. And the reason for that is because, we are, like, we're used to talking to other people, or we're used to, having conversations, even if it's, via the internet or whatever with other people. But when you're standing in a room by yourself and you're looking at the camera, you're out in the world by yourself and you're looking at the camera, then it gets uncomfortable, right? To where it's like, hey, I want to make a video, but I feel stupid standing in front of the camera. I feel uncomfortable. It just doesn't feel right. So one really good way to get around that is, actually, I'll give you a few tips on that. One really good way to get around that is to literally jump around and kind of loosen yourself up a little bit first. Practice before you actually get in front of the camera, speak live, or not speak live, but, like actually vocalize what it is that you're saying in your head, for the sake of, getting your voice box warmed up and getting used to speaking out loud, which is something that you're going to have to do on the camera anyway. So that's super important. In addition to that, also, Costume Cinematographer also says practice, which is paramount. I mean, that's huge. You want to make sure that you're practicing as much as possible. And in addition to that, you also want to envision that there's a lot of people on the other side of the camera, that you're not really standing in a room by yourself. I mean, you are, but at the end of the day, once your content is complete, once your video is finished recording and you actually upload that video to YouTube, there's a lot of people that will, or that potentially will, or that over the course of time will end up watching that video. So you're not standing there talking to just an empty camera. You are literally standing there talking to potentially, hundreds or thousands or millions of people that are going to end up seeing your videos. So just keep that in mind. And that idea might actually make you nervous too, as far as, looking at it like, oh my God, I didn't even think of it that way. I got all these people watching me. Now I'm even more nervous. But, if that makes you nervous, then just kind of remove that part and just think of it like you are standing there in a room by yourself and you can do anything you want. And if the video doesn't turn out how you want it to, and your presentation isn't how you want it to be, then you can always delete it, or you can edit it, or, whatever it is that you want to do with it, to where you aren't, okay, we're going to go ahead and ban this dude. Let's see here. I think somebody else might have got him. Nope. There we go. Okay. So, Motorcycle Addict says, "Hey, Nick, I hope you don't mind me asking, can I change my picture on my YouTube channel page? Subscription pop-up link. Thanks." YouTube channel page, subscription pop-up link. Are you talking about the little icon that shows up, Motorcycle Addict? On that, if you are getting and I got to wait for the delay to see your response to that. And hey, real quick, I just want to go ahead and say, if you have not yet make sure that you look in the description. I have some links down there. One, going to the Facebook page of Creator Insights, which is the new channel that I'm working on. Two is to the actual YouTube channel of Creator Insights. Make sure that you like the Facebook page and make sure that you actually subscribe to the channel because we're getting close. It's probably going to be another week, maybe 2 weeks until we actually start releasing content for it, but we're getting really close. So if you haven't hopped on board with those yet, make sure that you do that. Okay, youtube.com/motorcycle addict. I'm going to pull your channel up here just so I can see what it is that you are talking about. Garage movie reviews, what is going on? Nice to see you. Rusty Old Titan, nice to see you as well. Okay, motorcycle addict. Okay, yeah, so what you're saying is you have that click to subscribe thing up there, and you have the little Google icon next to it. Right now, since they have changed that, because it used to be YouTube when you're using the shortener. So what I did on my channel is instead of using the short link in there, which it sucks because now I can't track it. But for me, it's more important to have that little YouTube icon on there. Just for the sake of not creating a disconnect of any kind. So because of that, I just stopped using the shortener, and I just use the actual full auto subscribe link in that spot. And if you do it that way, then it will take that. It'll change that picture for you over to the YouTube icon instead of that Google icon. Oh, when you share the link, the picture that comes up on Facebook. That's interesting. Okay, let me see what you have there. Yeah, you know what? For the sake of the stream here, because I'll actually have to look into that. So for the sake of the stream here, I saw that you sent me a message on Twitter. So that is probably a better way to do it, because I don't want to slow the stream down. But yeah, so just send me a message on Twitter for that one. Dollar Dude, what is going on? Nice to see you in here, my friend. Okay, you cool bro says most channels get more views from suggested, but I get more views from YouTube search. Is there something I'm doing wrong, or is it nothing? It's not that most channels get more views from suggested. It depends on what it is that you're doing. So in your case, if you're getting more from YouTube search, that's totally normal. Over time, that's going to change, because right now, okay, I see your channel, you cool bro, and you have 14 subscribers. So because of that, it is more likely that you're going to get more views from search right now, but it's quickly going to turn over as your channel grows. And you're going to get more from search also if you really start working on your titles as well, because your titles are kind of messy. Just to say that as far as discoverability is concerned, you definitely want to work on your titles a bit. Let's see here. Can you use a link sharing service to replace the stock thumb with a wide full-size version? Yes, you can. There are places that you can use that. Basically what it does is it kind of redirects what's going on, and then you can actually two things. There's two ways to do it. One, you can actually input a picture that they'll show, and another way is to where they'll actually just show the actual full thumbnail in there instead of showing that little square. Chiba Gaming, what is going on? Nice to see you in here as well. Let's see here. Zaggy DK says, I had my first review at 300 subs on my channel. Now I'm up to 1,600 after doing what Nick preaches. So this guy really knows his stuff. Thanks, Casper. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you for the cosign. I appreciate it. Okay. Mord Plays says, how can you put a video in an outro? To put a video in an outro, all you have to do is when you are putting your graphic for your outros, you just put a video. I don't know what software you're using to make your videos, but you're going to have to add an additional track to your video, or additional layer, depending on how your brain works. But it's an additional track in the video editing software, and then in that track in the video editing software, what you want to do is basically when you get to that part where you add your end screen, is you basically just want to size the video down and add it somewhere in there as well. And then, of course, you add the actual elements inside of the YouTube admin to the end screen from there. Let's see here. Old Geezers Gaming. See ya. Enjoy your haircut, my friend. Let's see here. Lots of friends here today. Says costume cinematographer. Absolutely. Which is pretty cool. It's always nice to see familiar faces in here. I love your subscriber animation that comes in your video. How can I get that? Says Sunny Kumar. You can get that at tubertools.com. It's available there. Let's see here. Any good news? Texas just subbed your channel. Good content. That's good. Some stuff going on. Let's see here. What cam do I use for my live broadcast? That one just came in from Twitter. The camera that I use for my live broadcast, all of the information for the gear that I use for my live streams is down in the description below. This camera right here is a Logitech C922. Pretty cool camera. I like it. It comes out okay. My bitrate inside of OBS is pretty low, so it gives it kind of like a matte look on the actual YouTube end. So if my internet connection was better, then I would pump my bitrate up to get a tighter stream from it. But the actual quality of this camera, if I didn't have to make the sacrifice on the video side or on the streaming side, it's actually a really, really good camera. I know a lot of people actually make full videos with this camera as well. All right, let's see here. You helped me make my first thumbnail. Thank you a lot, Tessa YT. That is awesome to hear. Intrepid Don, what's going on? Brian G. Brian G is getting some love here in the chat. Question, I want to restart my channel, new channel. Is it smart to do a webcam or not? I'm not sure. Oh, you mean, okay, so you're doing a gaming channel. Your name's The Dutch Gamer, and you're wanting to restart it, and you're wanting to know if you should put your face on your screen or on there with a webcam. In my opinion, yes, you should. And the reason for that is because even though, channels and stuff, they do fine without having the face on there. But if you want to grow like a tight group of people, then you want them to get familiar with you and who you are, so that they can, recognize you and relate to you and all that stuff as a person instead of just a voice. It's a lot more powerful for growing a core group of subscribers, or a core tribe of people that like your stuff, because we connect with people. Like that's how it works. Like in the real world, when you go to talk to somebody or you're showing somebody something, you don't hide behind a door and try to explain something to people. You stand in front of them and you're like, yeah, and then you do this and then you do this. You know what I mean? Like YouTube is the same exact way. Let's see here. I have the higher end Brio, which is awesome, says Razman's Reality. That is good. How to get 1 million subscribers, says Krish Patel. You get 1 million subscribers by being patient, putting in a lot of work, and learning how YouTube works, and networking like crazy. And if you're really on it, and you might catch a break somewhere by somebody giving you, like a series of shout outs or, something like that to where it makes a difference. But in a lot of cases, it's just going to come down to brute force. Just work, keep putting up videos, keep learning, keep evolving, keep making everything better, keep your audience in mind, keep basically plugging content that your audience wants to watch. Let's see here. Hi, Nick. How do you feel about GoPro videos? I love GoPro videos. Absolutely love GoPro videos. That's from Outside Nation. I love GoPro videos. I actually just recently, for my Patreon, I did some moto vlogs, and I actually have them, and they'll be going up probably tomorrow. At least one of them will tomorrow. But just for something different, because everybody's used to seeing me this kind of way, and I'm trying on my Patreon to do things a little bit different. And because of that, I said, hey, I'm actually going to do some YouTube tips, and I'm going to do some like thought dumps while I'm actually cruising around on my motorbike here in Thailand. So because of that, I put the camera up here on the helmet, and then I have a lav, running through and going up into my helmet and all that stuff, so I can talk while I'm cruising around. And the videos actually turned out pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with them. So I'll be loading those up into there. But overall, GoPro has an awesome product. I mean, their camera is fantastic. It looks good. It goes up to 4K. In addition to that, you can do all the time-lapse stuff with it and things like that. I actually did that today for some of the stuff. MMA Fight Tips, what is going on, my friend? Nice to see you in here. But I did that today for some of the stuff for the set that we're building. I actually time-lapsed them with my GoPro. I time-lapsed them putting all of that stuff together, And it's pretty interesting too, because you see all these people, real fast, they're walking in and they're putting the walls in, and and they're like painting stuff, and it's pretty cool. So I'll actually be putting that on the Facebook page as well, that time lapse. So again, a link to that Facebook page for the new channels down in the description below, as well as a link to the new channel, so you can like the Facebook page and go ahead and get subscribed as well, so you don't miss anything as that stuff is coming out. Razman's Reality says he'll be in listening mode only for a little bit, which is totally cool, man. No worries there. All good. How to remove a buzzing sound from a headset. I'm guessing that a few different things could be happening. One thing that does cause that from time to time is your actual cables for your headset are near a power source. So, like, let's say, for example, you have all of your stuff going back behind your desk, right? And back behind your desk, you have like a power strip, running back there behind your desk, and your cables for it's either your headphones or for the power strip, one of the two, aren't shielded. Then what can happen if they're laying next to each other? That can cause a buzzing sound from those. Outside of that, it could be something with your computer, your actual graphics card, or it could be something with your headphones that you might need to replace one of those. Minions. So Dollar Dude says, let's see here. He calls his subs money minions. It's funny. The minions term has actually been coming up a lot this week, which is kind of funny, because there's just a few conversations that I've had this week. People have mentioned minions, which I think it's weird how that works. That's actually called something. I can't remember the name of that effect, but it's something that happens when, like, say, for example, you buy a red car, and let's say you buy like a red Honda Accord, right? Then all of a sudden you start seeing these red Honda Accords all over the place. That's actually called something, but I can't remember what it is. Let's see here. TechWorks YouTube says, what are some funding websites online for your YouTube channel? Here's the thing, TechWorks. If I'm not understanding the question exactly. Like, if you're trying to get funded, if you're trying to get people to actually help you, like get gear and stuff like that for your YouTube channel, that's one thing. You can use like Kickstarter or something like that for that, or Patreon or something like that. But you need to be able to get traffic to that stuff. Like, just making accounts there isn't gonna do the trick. You need to actually MMA Fight Tips. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. But you need to be able to actually get people to those crowdfunding sites for them to do any good at all. And you got to be able to provide something in return, because people don't just want to give stuff. You know what I mean? You have to be able to provide something in return, whatever that is. It's a value exchange. So you got to be able to provide something in return. But if you're looking for like sponsorships, as an example, then of course you can hit up FameBit, or you can hit up Grapevine Logic. And with either of those, basically, you submit proposals and things like that based on your channel size. With FameBit, you actually have to have 5,000 subscribers in order to even get into that one. With Grapevine Logic, I'm not sure how many subscribers that you need, but it's a similar platform. They just don't have as many people over there. Let's see here. Ron's Trains and Things says, hey, Nick, give me some tips for using Patreon to support my video production. I just started my Patreon recently, so actually fine-tuning all of that is something that I'm still working on as well. But the main tips that I would give so far, from what I've noticed, is that you want to make sure that you are, that you're giving something in return. Either because two things are going to happen there. Basically, it's like an exchange to where it's like, hey, you support the Patreon, and then I'm going to do this for you. Or you just make a page that says, hey, if you like my stuff, then I have like one donation level. If you like my stuff, then, just help me keep making it, so that I don't have to run ads on YouTube or something like that, and do it that way. But, it depends on what it is that you can offer. So if you could offer something in return, that would be cool. But if you can't, then just putting up something, like a lower dollar amount thing that people can contribute to is a better way to go about it. But like I was saying a second ago, actually getting people to the page is the hard part, right? Like, as you can see, like for my Patreon, I mentioned it, I think, in like one video, but outside of that, I put a link in the descriptions of my videos, and I mention it from time to time in the live streams, and even still, I've only got like 18 patrons in there right now. So So I guess my rewards aren't that awesome yet, right? Still fine tuning. How do you get people to watch your video? A good way to get people to watch your video is to make content that is discoverable and shareable. So what I mean by that is discoverable means if somebody's searching for something, basically you're on the other side of those search results. And shareable means that it's something that if somebody does watch it, that they would actually click that share button and share it onto their Facebook page or share it with a friend or whatever. In addition to that, you also get people to watch your videos from other YouTube features. So in order to get into those, then, of course, you want to make sure that you're using tags in your videos and things like that in order to actually slide into those spots. But at the end of the day, what it really comes down to is making sure that people are watching your videos for a longer period of time. As long as people are watching your videos for a longer period of time, then YouTube will start to give you some love over time as well. They will reward you if people are watching your videos for a longer period of time. Let's see here. How do we ask questions? Elvan, you just ask questions. Like that question right there, just answered. Boom. Right? So just ask another one, and I'll go ahead and answer it. Let's see here. So is it any good? That is hella annoying, he says. How do you get money in YouTube? There's a lot of different ways that you can get money in YouTube. It depends on your personal skill sets. It depends on what it is that you're actually trying to accomplish with your channel. Because here's the thing, like ads are not the way to make money on YouTube. You can make a little bit of money on ads. You can make a lot of money on ads, but comparatively, right? Like let's just say like affiliate stuff compared to ad money, it's a night and day difference. Or let's say like a service that you could offer from your channel in addition to the ad money, that's the fastest way to start making money. And if you can create your own products that are a good fit for your audience, like I've done with tubertools.com as an example, if you do that, that's also a great way to monetize your channel and monetize what it is that you're doing. Okay, let's see here. Hey, Nick, any tips on how to do keyword tags for gaming videos and tutorials? Yeah, ET Studios, what you want to do is you want to, for your tags for those, you want to make sure that you are going for longer keyword phrases. I know in the gaming world it's a little bit more difficult because, everybody's going for the same thing, like if a game comes out. But basically what you want to do, especially if you're a smaller channel, is you want to go to the autocomplete and you want to actually see what you want to start typing in your game and different ways to say that game or whatever, and then see what comes down in the autocomplete feature. And then from there, you want to say, okay, well, who's ranking for this? And you want to start basically working your way down those topics, and then find a place to where you think, okay, hey, I might be able to slide in somewhere in the search results for this particular keyword phrase. Let's see here. Good morning, Rob Gleason. Nice to see you in the live stream today. Dean Fisher says, hey, how's it going, man? I've been thinking about starting YouTube, but was not sure how. But watching your videos made me feel like I could do it, and I have started my YouTube channel, and now I have 15 subs. Dean Fisher, high five, fist bump to you, my friend. That is awesome. That is the most important part, man, is getting started, right? Because a lot of people are wanting to do YouTube. A lot of people are wanting to put themselves out there on the internet. A lot of people are wanting to become influencers and all of that stuff because that's what's going on right now. And if you want to be an influencer, if you want to have a YouTube channel, if you want to get a following of any kind, the way that you do that is by taking steps, right? You start, that's the biggest and hardest, most difficult step that you make. And then from there, you just keep moving forward, right? Every day, you're taking steps in the right direction, to achieve that goal of whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever following you're trying to gain or whatever it is that you're trying to do with that following or whatever, you're basically taking steps every single day working towards that goal. And every single day, a new follower here, a new follower there, a new like a website recognizes you here, you get shouted out in a Facebook group here, you get shouted out on a YouTube channel here, and over time it grows. So you've done the most difficult part, and congratulations on that. So just keep up the good work, keep learning, and keep pushing forward, man. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to make a second channel with a crew. All different channels with one community channels. Do you have any tips? Yes. My tip for the making a channel with a crew is that's probably not the best idea in the world. And the reason for that is because starting out, it might not be a big deal. Everybody's like, hey, this is great, this is exciting, whatever. But like as it's growing, that's not a problem. If it blows up, that's where you're going to have a problem. And the reason for that is because basically, here's my tip. If you're going to do it with a crew, and by crew, I'm guessing you mean like a handful of people, 5 to 10 people, somebody needs to have the master account. So my first tip is to have the master account. From there, what you want to do is basically add everybody else that's going to be contributing as channel managers. And the downside of that is that if there's a falling out, basically the more people that you include, the more problems that you possibly open up for yourself as everything does well. And the same exact thing happens in business. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, and it gets really ugly really fast. So because of that, I personally think that it's a better bet to go with your own channel instead of involving a bunch of different people into one channel. If you've got like a partner that you want to work with, or like 2 friends that you want to work with or something like that, that's a little bit different. But if you are, as long as you have a relationship and you trust those people and all that stuff, and you know them for a while and you know what they're actually like, but if you are trying to include a bunch of people, personally, I would avoid it. Let's see here. My gaming name has been Rapid for the past 5 years. However, if you search my channel manually, it comes up with Rapid Gaming instead of Rapid Gaming. Should I consider changing my channel name? If people know you as Rapid Gaming, then I would keep it as how you have it now. Is your intro available on Tuber Tools? No, it is not available on Tuber Tools. My intro is custom made for me. That is part of this right here. That's all part of my custom branding stuff, so that is not available. The same with my Remember to Subscribe stuff that I use. That is also not available on Tuber Tools, but I do have different variations of that inside of Tuber Tools. Yes, fun reviews for you. This is great. Any tips on juggling a full-time job and being a YouTube creator? Absolutely. Here's the thing with a lot of YouTube creators that are starting, that start a YouTube channel and it starts doing well, and they say, hey, I want to go full-time with this. Making that transition is a really difficult thing for a lot of people because there's a lot of sacrifice involved, right? And there's a lot of risk involved. So for you, if you're just trying to juggle the two so that hopefully you can do one over the other, the biggest tip would be to prioritize. Basically, get your workflow together so that basically okay, first I do this, then I do this, then I do this, then I do this. First I research the topics that I'm going to do. Second, I write the bullet points or scripts for those. Then I have my recording day, and you're like batch making stuff so that you basically have your workflow together, so that basically you don't have to figure anything out, so that you can basically cruise through content as fast as humanly possible. I would also limit your editing a bit, and the reason for that also is because of time. But another thing is that you might have to, like, if you're trying to make a transition to where you're like, hey, I'm going to try to make YouTube into something, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna start putting a lot of time into this, or I want to put a lot of time into this, then in that case you might end up having to sacrifice like Game of Thrones, or you might end up having to sacrifice that movie that you go to every week, or that one night out. You might have to call it an early night sometimes or whatever in order to make that stuff happen. But what's most important with that is basically figuring out what it is that you're trying to accomplish first. Like, okay, you're making a YouTube channel. Why are you making a YouTube channel? What is it that you want to get out of making a YouTube channel? Like, why is it that you're wanting to go in that direction? First, figure that out. And then if you have that figured out and you've got that nailed, then from there, if you're just trying to do the juggling part, then basically just try to simplify everything that you're doing. Get your workflow together and simplify your editing process so that you can basically, pump out content easily without stressing yourself out. And another thing too with that, because if you have a full-time job and you're doing YouTube, you're going to be busy, right? So if you can batch content to where you get content in the can, so to speak, to where you have some additional footage already ready to go on your hard drive, to where in the event you're like, you know what, my boss made me stay after work and it screwed up my, normally during this time I would be recording videos, but whatever reason, my boss made me stay after work because we had this big project that I had to get done, so the whole team had to stay after work. Or you have a situation like that, having that extra footage on your hard drive will be a lifesaver, so to speak, as far as making sure that you keep your consistency together. Okay, let's see here. Dollar Dude, you're at almost at 3K. Oh, Dollar Dude is almost at 3K. Nice work, man. Congratulations. Yeah, you are doing well. Nice to see that. I'm going to pull up your Social Blade here, too, real quick. See how you are rolling. That is awesome. Socialblade.com. Yeah, always nice to see people growing. All right, 1,000 subscribers, 1,100 subscribers in the last 30 days, 14,000 views. You are chugging along, my friend. Yeah, nice. Ooh, Saturday. Big day for you on Saturday. Yeah, that's nice, man. Love to see that. Here, I'm going to pull this up so you guys can see this. Okay. So here's Dollar Dude's Social Blade. And basically, he's coming up on 3,000 subscribers. He's only got 10 uploads, right? So that shows you, like in his situation, because he's doing money stuff, he's providing massive amounts of value here. So he's rolling up on almost 3,000 subscribers with only 10 uploads, which is fantastic. And, he's got a lot of video views for that 10 uploads, which is also fantastic. And you can see, he's pulling in subscribers consistently. Some days more than other. I'm going to guess that's an upload day. But, his trajectory is basically just cruising. So congratulations on your growth, my friend. Keep adding that value and keep rocking it out, man. I love seeing that. Absolutely love it. It pumps me up. When I see other channels that are, other channels that are doing good, right? Other channels that are like, hey, I'm putting in this effort. I'm trying to make everything as good as I can, provide as much value as I can, help people. When I see that and they're doing well, I'm like, yeah, I love it. Cutting the Caboose says, and this is on the job thing, and be prepared to do long days. Day job plus work on a channel equals 2 jobs. Absolutely. I think that's something, I'm glad you mentioned that, Danielle, because I think that that's something that people really underestimate with YouTube is people think of it like, okay, well, I'm just going to, just make some videos and put up some videos up. But there are a lot of things that you have to do. I mean, everybody in here knows, there's a lot of things that you have to do, and it expands as the channel grows. But there's a lot of things that you have to do in order to, keep uploading on a consistent basis. Hey, I'm just going to keep uploading. It takes a lot of time and a lot of work and a lot of effort. Ocean Eye Blue, you only need to ask once. You can live stream by using, thank you, Danielle. You can live stream by using OBS, which is open broadcasting software, totally free. So you can definitely live stream using that and your computer. If you have more than 100 subscribers, you can also live stream directly on your phone inside of the YouTube app, which is also fantastic. The Game Master, what is going on? Nice to see you in here. Yeah, Garage Movie Review says, and well after midnight, other nights, sacrifice TV time, video games, etc. Rob Gleason says, YouTube is work. Yeah, absolutely it is. But here's the thing with YouTube, right? It's work. There's a lot of stuff that you have to do, making videos all the time, kind of video ideas and researching your keywords and all of that stuff, networking with other YouTubers, all that stuff. It all takes time. It is work. But if it's something that you like to do, if it's something that you enjoy, then it's work and it's stuff that you have to do. But on the flip side, it's almost like it's not, because it's like, it's like, hey, I enjoy making videos, and because of that, when I get in front of the camera, I get pumped up. I'm not like, oh man, I gotta make another video. Like when I get in front of the camera, I'm like, let's go, right? Like I'm pumped up on recording days. Same thing with the live streams, on those, I'm like, boom, pumped up, on recording days, or not recording days, but on Saturdays for live streams. Absolutely love it. Whoa, Matthew Furman, thank you, my man. I appreciate it. Hi, Nick. I haven't monetized. I'm not concerned about the revenue. Does it affect me negatively? When should I monetize? Appreciate and admire you. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. YouTube doesn't penalize you for not monetizing your channel. I have personally ran tests on this, and it hasn't made a difference on monetizing and not monetizing a channel that I've found. But you should monetize. And the reason that you should monetize is because over time, it all adds up, right? So not necessarily, and I know that you say that you're not concerned about the actual revenue itself, but it does add up over time. And as your channel grows, it definitely adds up as well. But what I would do if you are saying, hey, that's cool, but I don't want to obstruct anything from the viewers. In that case, then what I would do is I would monetize, but I would turn off the in-stream ad, the one that plays before the video, and I would turn off the overlay ad that plays on top of the video, so that the only thing that you have is over there in the sidebar. And then if you do that, then you're still monetizing. Just in case YouTube ever changes that, then you're covered there, and you're also not obstructing anything for viewers by doing the overlays or the in-stream ads. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, that was a big one. I think that's the biggest single chat that I've had, or the biggest single super chat that I've had, Matthew. So thanks, man. I appreciate it. I've unexpectedly gone from 1,000 to 6,000 this month. I didn't plan for this. Besides more videos, how do I capitalize it and keep it going? Palugia, you capitalize on that and keep it going by looking at the content that you made that generated that result, right? So if you have particular videos that are taking off right now that have caused that to happen, then you want to make more videos like that right now. So the next videos that you upload should all be videos that are about that. Like whatever it is that triggered that, to get you, getting pushed out like that, make more of that content and do it immediately. Okay, let's see here. Juan Lopez Vlogs. What is going on, Juan? Nice to see you in here, man. Nick's show is the new toy streaming console. I don't understand what you mean. The new toy streaming console. YouTube is work. I wish my wife understood that, says Jesse St. Louis. For sure. I'm actually going to pull up Matthew's channel here, see what he's got going on over here. Celebrity magician. Nice. That's cool. Okay. Oops. Let's see here. Can you review my channel? Yeah, we're gonna start doing the channel review stuff here in just a little bit. We're rolling up on our 1 hour mark, so we're gonna hop in on those here in just a little bit. Let's see here. Why am I in timeout? You just said something there, and I see it. So you are not in timeout right now. Maybe you were. I don't know if you said something multiple times or something like that, but that can cause a timeout from time to time as well. Let's see here. Nick, how do I get more subs? I've done what you told me in the previous streams. Thanks. Be patient and keep moving forward. If you're taking everything that I say from all of my videos and you're applying it to your channel, keep moving forward. I'm looking at your header, and you are definitely not, yeah, I'm looking at your channel just at a glance here. You're definitely not following any of the information that I recommend. So I would definitely just recommend, I mean, that's cool, that's cool. Just what I would recommend that you do is that you go and you watch my videos. If you don't want to learn from me, that's cool. But I would still definitely look around for maybe somebody else that you resonate with better, in order to learn, how to actually structure your YouTube channel so that it's subscribable and things like that. Because right now, at a glance of your channel, man, you're creating a disadvantage for yourself. All right, let's see here. Costume Cinematographer says that YouTube is a bit of a family affair for her. That is cool. Yeah, same here. Like with the new channel that I'm working on, my brother is coming in on that. That's not coming in on. I mean, that's something that we're going in on together. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for you guys to see some of the content that we're putting together for that. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and block that dude. Okay, I know, right? Garage movie reviews. Do you think it's important to create a video on less popular topics? You want to create videos on topics that people are searching for. So basically what it is, okay, especially if you're a new channel, you're not getting suggested as much, right? And that's why I keep stressing that it's important to make sure that you are optimizing your videos for search, because you want people to be able to discover your content so that you can start accumulating that watch time so that you can slowly start generating subscribers and things like that. If you come in and you're like nailing your titles, you're nailing your thumbnails and things like that, then the little bit that you get suggested, then your channel can start doing well relatively quickly, because people are seeing those thumbnails and those titles, and they're clicking on those, they're landing on your video, and they're watching those videos for an extended period of time, which is all good signals to YouTube. They're subscribing. They're going deeper into your channel and binge watching your content because they like your stuff and things like that. That's where that comes into play. But if that's not happening to your channel, then what you need to do is you need to make sure that you are optimizing all of your content for search. And that's real powerful too. Like, as you are building that video library, and as you keep moving forward and you keep uploading videos and time passes, you're creating a really powerful backlog of content that is just going to constantly feed into your channel. Hey, one thing that I just thought of too. I'm not sure. I mentioned it on my Patreon, but I'm not sure if you have seen. Let me see if I can pull it up here without giving away too much information. I mean, you know what? I don't even care about the information. So let me pull it up. The Creator Studio, some of you might have access to it already. Some of you may not, but they are basically revamping the Creator Studio right now inside of YouTube. And because of that, I signed up for the beta, like a lot of people did, and I got beta access for that. But take a look at this. Check this out. Let's see here. Okay, so this is what the new YouTube Creator Studio is going to look like. So it's pretty cool. Like, if you go to the actual analytics side of it, it shows you the you know what, actually, let me turn this off here, and then I'll transition into the analytics side here. But basically what it is it shows you all of the it basically shows you everything like the mobile app does, and then of course with some additional features and whatnot. But here I will let's see here, Subbell, display capture. Yeah, so you can see here, right, if you look, like how it has that same thing that the app has, right? So you have that, and hey, here's something else to keep in mind too. Like what I was saying before about ads, right? If you look here, you can see with I'm approaching 500,000 views per month is what I'm approaching. So you can see right here. So out of those views, this is what I'm getting, and this also includes super chats. So the amount of money that you make in ads is hardly anything in comparison to the other ways that you can monetize your channel. So take a big hard look at that and keep that in mind when you're trying to think of, hey, I want to do YouTube full time, or hey, I want to do, I just want to rely on ads or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, super important that you keep that in mind. Like, that's one of the hardest things for people or that they don't consider, is that the YouTube ads are a horrible way, or a horrible thing to depend on for making money on YouTube. So, but anyway, like, this is the new Creator Studio. It looks pretty cool. I'm happy with it. they're still adding on it. Like when you come into this, they tell you that it is a it's still a work in progress essentially, and it's pretty cool so far. A few things that I suggested to them was in the comment section. I suggested that they put a new subscriber tag next to it, so that basically, let's see here. Let me delete this dude. So that basically, if a new subscriber comes in, I think. Let me know what you think about this too in the chat here. Like I think it would be awesome where if a new subscriber comes into the stream, there's like a little tag next to it, or not in the stream, but if a new subscriber, somebody that just subscribed to your channel, they leave their first comment, if there's like a little tag next to their name letting you know that it's a new subscriber so that you could like properly welcome them and all that stuff, I think that would be awesome. But I recommended that. I recommended that change. I also recommended, what else did I recommend? I recommended, it was something else with the comments too. Oh yeah, seeing how long people have been subscribed. I think that would be cool if there was like a little note saying how long they've been subscribed, and if they could do like an engagement rating, like an engagement score, so that basically on the creator side, we could actually gamify engagement. I think that would be awesome. So like as an example, like if you see somebody that has an engagement score of like 100%, then that means that they've commented on all of your content, or hey, they've liked and, you know, they subscribed, they've liked, they've commented, like they're really on board with what it is that you're doing. Like I think that would be awesome, because then, you know, like in that case, like in live streams, you could shout them out. You could, you know, like in your actual videos, you could be like, hey, you know, I just want to give a special thanks to, you know, to my, you know, to the top, I don't know what you would call it, but to the top engagers or whatever you'd want to call it. But, you know, you'd be able to, Simarchy, catch you later. But basically, it would be something that you could do to really, you know, highlight certain viewers in your stream. I think it would be cool. Those would be great improvements for sure. Just subbed. Hey, Johan, you, welcome aboard. Can you get the type of thumbnails that you see on Tuber Tools? Can you get the type of thumbnails that you see on Tuber Tools? Everything on Tuber Tools is for sale. So if it's there, then you can get them. I'm not sure what it has to do with Super Chat, but thanks, Simarchy. Okay. Nick, so sorry for the abusive language I used. I always follow you. You're an inspiration. No problem. Yeah, just anytime I see that, I make sure to delete or, you know, sometimes ban or whatever, depending on what's going on. Sir, I have 600,000 views, but only $6 in revenue. Welcome to YouTube. Can you tell us the low-budget lighting hack? Absolutely. I have a video on my channel. If you look at my thumbnails, it's something about cheap lighting. It basically shows what I use back here and what I use here. Cheap lighting hack is, let's see if I can do this without it being too crazy. Basically, cheap lighting hack is with this. It's just a can light. And this is what I actually use for my videos, too. It's just a can light. And then I just put a T-shirt. I cut a T-shirt in half and use that as a diffuser because the bulb in this that I'm using here doesn't get hot. And I use a daylight balanced bulb. Put that back over there. There we go. Poof. Okay, Nick, why are you not reading my comments? Ben Z, I just read it. Let's see here. Mike's Toolshed, is having 2,000 subs and gaining 50 to 100 subscribers a day a normal thing? Yeah, absolutely. Here's the thing. As far as like subscriber gain is concerned, there's not like a baseline. Like as far as, you know, well, you know, this is how it should be, this is how it shouldn't be. But improvements can be made, of course. And in addition to that, you want to gauge all of your progress against your previous progress. Like that's the best way to grow fast is instead of gauging yourself against what's going on with other channels, because every channel reacts differently based on all of the different data that we're feeding into YouTube. So because of that, it's important to make sure that you're gauging what it is that you're doing now based on what it was that you were doing before and trying to make all of that better. Justin Bennett in the house. What is going on? Saying Spider-Man for the shirt. Nahum Creates, what is going on? Nice to see you in here as well. Looks like we're getting a new rush of folks in here, so it is nice to see you as well. Mike's Toolshed, no sweat, my pleasure. Happy to help. MJTubeHD says, I have a lot of views, but almost no subs. Can you help me, Nick? I have tons of videos on my channel that cover all of that stuff. If you're getting lots of views, I'm not sure how many views is a lot of views. You got 300 subs, but I can tell you right now, your actual channel page, MJTubeHD, is not subscribable. The actual video that you put up, like I would definitely try to tighten up your content all the way around. Like your thumbnails, your channel page, all of that. I would try to tighten up all of that, because right now, your channel is not. I mean, you've managed to get 300 subscribers. That's good, right? So that's definitely a plus. But you would get more if you made your channel a subscribable channel. Let's see here. How do I monetize my channel in a month? Naomi Crate says she's been here since I started streaming. That is cool. Sorry that I didn't see you earlier. My apologies. Okay, so how do you monetize your channel in a month? It depends. If you have like a skill set that you can offer, of course you can try that. Anything for making money on the internet, the fastest way to do it is by offering your skill sets for sale. So that's the fastest way to do it. And then kind of build from there. But here's the thing: in order to make that work, you have to really look into the video marketing side of things, because you're going to need traffic in order to actually monetize the channel. In order to get like real money out of it. Because I mean, you can get a little bit of money, but in order to get real money out of your channel, you're going to have to actually monetize it. Todd Bart says, Nick, are you doing 4K video? Much advantages to doing that. Walking on beach, listening in. Walking on beach, that is awesome. And I'm jealous because I'm in the mountains right now. I'd love to be on the beach at the moment. I'm not doing 4K video at this point in time. I will transition into 4K video, but at this point in time, because of the particular type of content that I make, it's not that big of a deal. I mentioned earlier in the stream that with 4K video, the real advantage with 4K, as long as your computer is strong enough to handle it, the real advantage of 4K video is if you still render out at 1080p and you do any type of cropping in the video, the quality still maintains. Like, the quality is still great, even though you're still cropping it down. But outside of that, like the actual 4K video stuff, it has some of it has like an actual look to it, which can also be cool. Of course, on some TVs, some laptop displays, some computer displays will show that 4K content, and it will look a little bit better. But for the most part, one very important thing to keep in mind, especially with YouTube, is that most of the traffic on YouTube is coming from mobile phones and tablets, right? So in your case, I would definitely look at your channel and see what your audience is doing and see where your audience is consuming the content, and then kind of make your decisions based on that. But if you're kind of like a quality junkie, then maybe you want to go ahead and do 4K. Like, if you have a camera that does 4K, then maybe you kind of want to lean in that direction. But if you're not a quality junkie and on your channel you're getting a majority of your traffic from mobile, or real close to a majority from mobile and tablets, then that tells you that it's not as important. But on the flip side, making your content that much cooler for the people that are watching it on computers and stuff, that's definitely a plus as well. Let's see here. Any kind of growth means that you're going to have a few meanies in the audience. Absolutely, it does. You're always going to get haters. I mean, that's just something that happens. You're going to get haters. If you're doing anything online or anything worthwhile, there's a real good chance that you are going to get haters. Even people that do like amazing work, they do nothing but good, they get haters, right? So you're always going to get haters. If you're not getting haters, then it's probably a good idea that you need to kind of, push forward a little bit so that you can get some haters, instead of trying to not have any haters. Can't please everybody. Dread CO says, Nick, you're awesome. Thank you. It's so dark. It's 3:45 here in England, but I guess you live in America, so there's different time zones. Dread CO, I'm actually in Thailand. So yeah, it is actually, like, right now it is 9:40 p.m. Here. So it is dark, like dark. Like if I open this here, it's dark, like full blown nighttime outside. Oh, let's see here. You don't have to. I don't. You can upload more. You can do it. Can you make a vid on DaVinci Resolve? Notice me. Brick Stewart, I don't personally use DaVinci Resolve. I've played with it, but I don't use DaVinci Resolve enough to make a video for it, at least on this channel. Maybe on the new channel we will, because we're going to be doing like different software showcases and stuff like that, showing people how to use different types of software and things like that. So on that channel, I've got a link to that in the description if you want to make sure to subscribe over there for when that comes. And I'll add that to my list, actually, for videos for that channel, or for content to make for that channel. But on my current channel, on this channel that you're watching right now, I because I don't use it to edit my stuff, I wouldn't make a tutorial for it here. But on my other channel, I just put it on my list. Let's see here. How can I get better on mic? Not sure the question there. If you're saying how do you get better, like just talking, it's just keep talking. Like just get used to just putting yourself out there and just kind of take the filters off a little bit, with the exception of language, if you don't want to use, foul language or whatever. But just kind of take the filters off and just let yourself go. That's the best advice that I can give you, because one of the things that we struggle with as people, Phase Nike, bye. Have a good afternoon or day or night, depending on where you are. Yuli Armstrong, what's going on? Nice to see you in here. But one thing that we have a difficult time with is this whole thing about, what other people are going to think. And we all struggle with it. I mean, if somebody says they're 100% they don't care, there's some time that they care, right? If they didn't care, then they would just go outside without clothes on and things like that. So one thing that's really important to remember is that if you can just let yourself go and say what you feel and say what you think and things like that, it's going to make it a lot easier for people to connect with you than if you keep this wall up, right? And you keep this wall up of, hey, well, I'm just going to make sure that I only say these types of things. Or I'm going to make sure that I only present myself in this kind of way. Or, hey, I want everybody to think of me as this way. If you just be yourself, that's the best way to push through everything, and to get better on the microphone as far as how you're presenting and things like that. Because if you can just let yourself go, then people are going to connect with you. Just like your friends in the real world, like they like you because you're you. They don't like you because you're trying to be, something else. They like you because you're you. The same exact thing applies to YouTube, is people are connecting with you as a person because they connect with your personality. It's, it's just something that they relate to or whatever. Let's see here. Wisdom of Islam says, Nick, I monetize, but I don't get any money. What's the reason? The reason is possibly, considering your name is Wisdom of Islam, I'm guessing that it might be content related. I'm not sure if they are, because I can't see the back end of your channel, obviously, from the outside, but I'm not sure if they are not monetizing or not letting you monetize particular videos, well, you only have 52 subscribers. You don't have a lot of channel views right now. So the main reason that you're probably not getting money is because you're just not getting views. Like it takes a lot of views in order to make any real money on YouTube. What do you think about the horror game and the new ad system? I've noticed a lot of horror creators are getting flagged regardless of the video is offensive or not. Well, that's something that I'm always talking about, is making sure that whatever content you're making, even if it's something that you're into, you have to consider that is it something long term that I can do on YouTube? Because if people are getting punished for making horror content, it's their platform. Like it doesn't matter what I think, it doesn't matter what you think. It matters with what they think is best for their platform. It's not up to us. So the best way to avoid any problems there is to basically make content that is safe, as far as stuff that that doesn't cause any red flags anywhere. I know that kind of sounds like a cop out, because it's like, well, hey, I want to make this type of content or whatever, But on the flip side of that, it's like, again, it's their platform, so you have to play by their rules. It's unfortunate. There's a lot of limits and filters that have to be put on because of that. But it's reality, and it's unfortunate, but it's reality. Yeah, the Canon D1000. I'm sure that's fine for recording. All of Canon stuff is, and really your phone is also good for recording. But what you want to do is you want to make sure that that you have enough light coming in, because even if your camera optics are not fantastic, if you have enough light to actually light everything up, it can make a big difference. A question just came out on Twitter that I want to answer. Here, I just saw it pop up on the screen. Really good question. He says, "Hey Nick, if it's all about," and this is Ron again from Ron Trains and Things. He says, "Hey Nick, if it's all about watch time, what is a good threshold to shoot for in watch time per video or percentage per video? As much as you possibly can. Total watch time is more important than the percentage of your video, right? So, and I'll repeat that. Total watch time is more important than the percentage viewed on your video. I have testament to that from a bunch of different videos. Like, as an example, like some of the best videos on my channel are like 2 minutes long with like a 50% retention, right? And it's because those particular videos came up in search a lot. They were well placed in search, and when people came in, they watched those videos, for half the time, but they were a lot of people watching those videos, so it helped the watch time climb on those videos. So as much watch time as you can possibly get. This is where working through your video structure is very important. So let's say that you are looking in your audience retention report and you say, okay, well, I'm losing everybody at 25% or I'm losing everybody at 50%. Then you need to take a really hard look at what am I doing in this area that is making people start tapering off. How can I make something more exciting, make something change, maybe start using B-roll in this particular area, or just stop the whole video and just start talking about something completely different for a second and then pull it back. Like, what is it that I have to do in order to get people over that hump of leaving halfway through? Do I need to edit my videos a little bit different? Do I need to use more additional footage? Do I need to communicate a little bit softer, a little bit stronger? Like you have to over time, you have to work through your entire video structure minute by minute and second by second, really, segment by segment, and basically fine tune that structure until you find something that works. Because what you want to shoot for on your percentage viewed, let's say you have like a 8-minute video, like a 60% on an 8-minute video is good. If you can get it up to 70, then you're going to get more internal promotion from YouTube as well, like 70, 75. But again, total watch time is what you're going for. So if you get 1,000 people watching your video for 5 minutes, but it's a 15-minute video, that's okay, right? If you get 500 people watching a 3-minute video for 100%, or let's say you get the same 1,000 people watching a 3-minute video for 100%, you're still only gaining 3 minutes at a time. But if you have the same 1,000 people watching a 15-minute video for 5 minutes, then you're still getting that 5 minutes. And that total watch time is what it really comes down to. Let's see here. Rob Gleason, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Okay, just to put the gear question into perspective, I've spent $30,000. Woo! Hold on real quick. Whew, $30,000 on equipment. Whew, it's a lot. Just to put the gear question into perspective, I spent $30,000 on equipment, but over 3/4 of my content are shot on a sub $600 camcorder. Boom. And in addition to that, right, like I have a video on my channel with Chicky Pie where the Chicky Pie is a Thai YouTuber, and on her channel, basically the reason that we put that video together is so that we can show people that they've managed to get over 1 million subscribers by using like a lower budget in order to actually build as the channel grew. So they started on an iPhone, and then from there they moved to a better camera, and then a better camera, and then now they are in like a Canon 70D, I believe, or I'm sorry, Canon 80D, and it's just a progression that's went over time. But the same exact thing applies. Like she said, like Danielle's saying, cutting the caboose is they basically went with what they had, expanded as they grew, and what they found is they had you can watch that video. It's on my channel. It's something about like getting 1 million subscribers on a low budget or something like that. But in that video, you'll see that they use like super bootleg lighting, right? I mean, a total bootleg lighting setup. And it's funny because they actually got, all of these expensive lights and things like that, but it didn't produce the same look that they were going for that they're getting with the cheaper lighting setup. So basically, they're using a lighting setup that's like 1/10 of the cost or 1/15 of the cost, and they are they just stopped using the bigger lighting setup because it wasn't giving them the results that they're looking for. So like what Danielle's saying right here, cutting the caboose, is she's saying you don't have to have the best stuff in the world, and even if you do, there's a lot of chances you're going to use the lesser stuff. As an example, with me too, I have a Canon XF100, and in the Canon XF100, with all of the stuff that I got with that, the total spend on that was like around like $3,000 or whatever, and that camera, I don't even use it. Like it's going to be used as a webcam, which is hilarious, but it's going to be used as a webcam for the other channel because I don't use it here. So instead, I use my 70D instead of that. So yeah, so the gear, you can definitely shortcut the gear. Nerdy Explorer in the house. What is going on, Vigard? Nice to see you in here, my man. Oh, you're out traveling with Darren. That is awesome. Yeah, thanks for checking in from the Czech Republic, man. That is awesome. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good time there. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's see here. See here at Perk, turn off your music. Can you please review my channel? Problems with Viacom. Okay, so what we're going to do, guys, because I know a lot of you are here for the channel review portion of this, so we're going to go ahead and get into the channel review portion of this. So here's what I want you to do. If you want a channel review, first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that at the very bottom of the channel description, or of this video description right now, that you look in the description. At the very bottom of the description, you're going to see the actual rules for the channel review. Make sure that you follow those, and as long as you do, then go ahead and start tweeting now that hey, real quick, I just saw this one come in, and I want to go ahead and say it. So somebody just said that their Nerdy Explorer, your videos are stunning. Well done, mate. So is it any good? Says, dang! Nerdy Explorer, your videos are stunning. Well done, mate. Yeah, his videos are incredible. Absolutely incredible. Very talented. Very, very talented at what he does. So yeah, if you guys see that Nerdy Explorer there, he's got the wrench next to his name, definitely check out his channel. Amazing, amazing content. But okay, so what you want to do, tweet this stream out, and when you tweet this stream out, make sure you @ me, and in addition to that, make sure you put a link to your channel as well, because what I'm going to do, I have, like right now, I've got two actually super chat reviews that I need to do. And then after those, then I'm going to go to the free stuff as long as no other super chats come in. So make sure that you're tweeting this out right now so that, one, we can get more people in here. Two, so that when I start pulling those channel reviews, that I can pull them from Twitter. So while I'm doing this first review, make sure that you are putting them out to Twitter. Cuz Gaming, if you don't have Twitter, you can, it takes just a few minutes to set up a Twitter account. Okay, let's see here, because that's where I pull from, because it's just easier for me to go in, and then I can see the channels and all of that stuff as well. So it just makes it a little bit easier. Okay, and real quick, I want to go ahead and say also the Hammer channel that I went over last week. Awesome channel that he's got. He asked a question on Twitter, so before we're getting into the reviews, I'm gonna cover that real quick. The question that he asked was, what are your tips for collaborating, especially when they are in another country? My tips for the collaboration is, K-pop mom, I got you here. Let me pull this up here. My tips for the collaborations, if somebody's in another country or another state, or they're anywhere where you cannot, where you don't have that, that person-to-person, face-to-face access to them, a great way to do that a few different ways, but one way is to basically, if you're doing face-to-face stuff, then you can basically just turn on Skype or Facebook chat or whatever, to where you can actually hear each other. But you put your camera up just like this in your normal setting. You put your camera up like this. They put their camera up like this. And then you have your conversation via Skype, but you record the video to your SD card. They record it to their SD card. And then you upload everything to Dropbox, and then you download it, and then you edit it all together there. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it, because I have to face this also because I'm on the other side of the planet from most of the people that I do this with. So another way that you can do it is to where they make the entire body content of the video, so that basically you do the intro portion, you do the outro portion, and you hand it off to them. So you say, whatever it is you say in your intro, and then you're like, yeah, my friend, the Hammer channel is going to be, my friend from the Hammer channel is going to show you how he absolutely just smashes this birthday cake to pieces. So Hammer channel, how you doing? And then it passes over to the Hammer channel. Hammer channel says, hey, thanks for having me on. So I'm going to smash this birthday cake, and you're going to absolutely love it. It's going to be amazing. And then he actually puts the video together for that. And then once it's finished, the Hammer channel says, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed that cake getting just annihilated by this hammer. Back to you, Nick. And then from there, then I have my part that I drop in at the end of it, and then I render it all out together, and then that video is done as well. So that's how you do it. Is you basically just exchange footage. Is the short version of that, but you basically just exchange footage in order to do that. So True Solar Mark. I was going to do this one, but True Solar Mark is actually, the channel is not. I'm going to refresh here just to make sure. But yeah, the channel here is not. It does not have the custom layout, so that one is disqualified. Sandwell Mobiles. We'll pull this one up here. Here we go. Display capture. Boom. Okay, so this one is Sandwell Mobiles. You have scratch card videos. That's interesting. Scratch card videos and daily vlogging. From a channel authority standpoint, I just want to go ahead and say that this, even though you are saying what it is that you're doing, which is a bonus, this is extremely plain. Not plain per se, but it just doesn't look very very pro in any way, shape, or form. So I would personally try to upgrade this in some way, and you can do that in an easy way by simply putting another frame around this, and then putting some type of additional texture in the background, maybe making this pop off of there a little bit bigger, maybe pulling this thing out a tad here to the side, just to kind of give it a little bit of breathing room on here as well. What you're doing, I see, that you're making this for the sake of, people being able to see it on a mobile device, which is cool. But you do have a little bit more room to work with there. And a lot of people, even though it might not be everybody, a lot of people still do view on a desktop as well. Congratulations on the 56,000 subscribers. We are practically neighbors in subscriber count, which is pretty cool. On your thumbnails especially, and this is super important because you have 56,000 subscribers on your channel, you want to make your content, and this is the same thing, I mentioned this in all of these surface level channel reviews, or first impression channel reviews, I should say, and surface level, because I don't have back-end stats to look at. But one thing that's really important is that you make sure that you are making your content easy to identify. And what I mean by that is basically on your channel, if people watch your videos that are subscribed to your channel and they're used to seeing your face and they see this video pop up here, they're more likely to click on that video if they like your stuff, right? However, this right here, they might not recognize, unless you're featuring your dog all the time, but here they might not recognize this because it's not, it's not your face, right? Unless you feature your dog a lot. But the main thing that I'm going for here is that you basically want to make it to where if somebody watches any of your content, then when your content gets suggested to them in a sidebar somewhere, at the end of a video somewhere, on their homepage, that they say, oh, this is Sandwell Mobile's content. I'm into their stuff, so I'm definitely going to click this and go and watch. Like in a lot of your stuff, you're doing this by putting your face in here, which is good. But you want to dial that in just a little bit more, make it a little bit tighter for the sake of people being able to recognize recognize it as your content. So like here as an example, like here you have, Isabel's birthday and you have the dinosaur there. So let's say that somebody, just to kind of take this and illustrate it here, let's say somebody watches this video, right? And they get to recognize your family. They get to recognize you, since you're doing the daily vlogs and stuff like that. And then a few days later, a few weeks later, this shows up on their homepage, right? Because there isn't anything to connect these at a glance, and that's what's important, at a glance. Because there isn't anything to connect these two videos at a glance that says, hey, this content is also related to this content, right? Like I liked this video and I enjoyed the content that they made. When they see this, there's nothing that tells them that it's the same content. Same thing applies. If you have a big fan that watches this video, they watch this video, they watch this video, they watch this video, they watch your whole grid, and then they're presented with this, because there's nothing here that identifies this as yours, then you're going to minimize your subscribers clicking on that. Of course, on the homepage, they're going to see your name real tiny down here at the bottom, but people scan thumbnails, they scan titles, and the least thing that they're looking at is the actual the name of the channel. So it's really important that you put something on your thumbnails to connect your content together. And that same tip, I give that tip a lot. Every single live stream, almost every channel that I look at, this is a real common thing that people are not doing, and it can make a really, really big difference. Yeah, same thing here. I mean, this is just kind of splitting hairs, but, for like punctuation and, things like that. And, like using, like you have a period here and then your and starts lowercase. I would definitely fix all of that stuff too. That's something that's not the end of the world, but it's a bad representation of you by having that look that way. So yeah, so those are my quick tips for you. I would definitely connect your content. I would definitely, fix how you're putting some of that stuff together. In addition to that, even though you have 56,000 subscribers, I would also, because basically you have 56,000 subscribers, you got like 31 million views on your channel. So YouTube is pushing your content out a bit, but not tons, because like you have this video here, a day ago, 841 views on it. But the rest of your stuff, you're getting views. So you're doing okay. YouTube is actually pushing you out into their system, which is good. But I would definitely, I would work on your titles as well and your thumbnails, just for the sake of making it all clickable for people that are already subscribed to your channel, and for people that have no idea, that have never watched your video before, but your stuff comes up suggested. I would definitely make your thumbnails also, so that you can attract more of those people in. And if you do that, then you're going to accelerate what it is that you're doing, because YouTube's already pushing you out there. Okay, and real quick, I want to say that as I am doing these surface level channel reviews, just like always, if you are seeing something in the review and you're like, hey, I like that header. I like, that text is easy to understand. It's real clear what's going on in that channel. Or if you think, hey, this is something that, like I think this looks bad. It's hard for me to understand what's going on. It's real unclear what type of content you're making, things like that. Definitely sound off in the chat, because the more feedback that everybody gets, the more beneficial it is for everybody that shows up on the screen. So... okay, so next up on the list is the daughter's channel here from Inappropriate K-Pop Mom. So this one, cool looking header. But I would also, for this, I would definitely, the same thing. I would put the type of content that it is up here in the channel header somewhere. But, like what you're doing here, like to you, this might be easily, it might be like, oh, okay, well, this is dancing stuff. But even though your name is, the dance crew, I would still make it clear, nice, big, and bold up here in the channel art what it is that you're doing. Same thing here with you as far as connecting the content. putting something on your thumbnails to identify the content as your content. Super important. I beat that horse to death. But in addition to that, you also want to make sure that you are using your playlists here. You want to make sure that you're using the description area in the playlist. 1, for the sake of discoverability. 2, for the sake of giving a little bit more insight to what's going on in that particular playlist. And keep in mind, your playlist here. Let me see what they're doing on their actual playlist page. Okay, yeah, you're not doing a lot of playlists. I would definitely add more playlists also, because it looks like you are, you're making a decent amount of content. So I would get in the habit of adding playlists regularly to this channel, because playlists rank in search, and playlists also come up in suggested, because you're also in the 38,000 range, and because of that, you're getting those internal pushes. So I would definitely try to take advantage of that as much as humanly possible. I think it's great here that you're using dance imagery, right? This is something I don't talk about much on my channel or anything like that, but it's super important. You're using dance imagery, which is fantastic. On these ones here where you're not using any dance imagery at all and you are just showing the black, I would basically, for me personally, first thing I would do, like to start everything, the very first thing I would do is to make sure and to put some type of branding element on here to show that it's your content. But in addition to that, I would also put dance imagery into all of these thumbnails here as well. Let's see here. What else? Yeah, another thing that you want to make sure that you do also is YouTube specifically recommends that you put identifiers like this towards the end, and you put your actual keyword phrase that you're going for at the beginning. So here you're going K-pop dance classes, and then you're putting your phrase that you're going for, that you're trying to rank for or whatever. So what I would do is I would take those. If these videos are doing well, don't do it on these, but for future videos, move your identifiers to the end of your description instead of the front of your description. But yeah, that's my quick surface level thing for you. Congratulations on the 38. Tell your daughter congratulations on the 38,000 subscribers, by the way, because that does not come easy. So congratulations to her for that. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to pop something open here really quick so I can keep an eye on what's going on here. And then we are going to hit Twitter for more, pop open a few more windows for some more reviews here. So let's see here. Let's go into this. Okay, go ahead and open that up. Okay, so Fit for a Better Ride is also in here. There we go, looking better. Good. Okay, let's see here. What did you say here? Added to my banner and tweaked my thumbnails again. Yeah, I'm like hammering on you, right? Okay, so here, let me go into this one real quick. Okay, so here, fitness for horse riders. Boom, got it. Imagery, horses, fitness, all of that stuff. You've got that. For your thumbnails, Fit for a Better Ride, strong legs for riding, lower body workout, yoga tree pose, balance in the saddle. These are super easy to read. Totally digging that. Again, the clutter, because there's just so much going on here with the text. Like what I would do here is I would change this to something like stay balanced in the saddle, and then take off yoga tree pose, and then kind of minimize your Fit for a Better Ride. Maybe even keep your Fit for a Better Ride on there, but take off the yoga tree pose and change this to like how to stay balanced in the saddle, or yoga tip for balancing in the saddle, or something like that, to where it's all part of this. But it really, this is okay. Like the reason that I'm saying all of that is I'm looking at this from a design standpoint in addition to into just overall effectiveness. And as far as the clutter, let me know in the chat too. Like, what do you think when you see these thumbnails? Is this like cluttered to you, or is this easy to understand what's going on? Sound off in the chat. Let's get some feedback on this, because for me, I'm looking at this from a design standpoint as well. And from a design standpoint, you have a lot of information going on here, but it is pretty cluttered in addition. But this is great because, like strong legs for riding. Excellent. Post your scores. Not sure what that's about. 4 leg exercises. Also great. Work out with your horse. Like one thing that I would recommend, like let's say that you were like, if you're a client or something, I would say like to change this to like 4 exercises, 4 leg exercises, for horse riding or something like that, and kind of lose this additional tag that you have down here in the bottom. But yeah, let's see what the chat has to say. I'm going to go to the chat here and see what's going on here. Okay, so Captain Brandflake says they love the design. Okay, there's good feedback. Round Ball Film says it's cluttered, but she has the right idea. Absolutely. A little cluttered, but it's bright. Awesome. Let's see here. Colors are great. That is fantastic. Also, help me please. Let's see here. I'd say there was a lot in those thumbnails, but the message is on point. Just needs decluttering. Yep, totally agree there. I would change the top banner of the thumbnails to just simple one color logo in the corner. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea at all. Let's see here. Many colors, but I'm not a big fan of yellow. Let's see here. Yes, that's a lot of good feedback here. Hey, Dale Roberts in the house. What's up, dude? Nice to see you in here. Let's see here. I think it's quite a lot of text. Yeah, so that same thing is it's kind of echoing as far as the clutterness of it. Like you're getting there. You're super close. But it is a bit cluttered. So I would try to simplify what it is you're doing, but you're really close. And what you've done here, like this is a lot easier to read now. You're using the same fonts across everything, which is also good. You're really close. I mean, really, this works. You know what I mean? Like this works. But I just think it could be fine-tuned just a tad more. And it seems like in the chat that seems to be like a similar thing. So yeah, Dale says that he loves the fonts that you're using here in the thumbnails as well. So yeah, so this is great feedback. But yeah, you're on the right path. Like what you're doing, just keep in mind, what you're doing here is definitely, you're close. You're getting there. It just needs to be simplified a little bit. Here's what you want to keep in mind when you're doing this kind of stuff is when you're making thumbnails, you want to think of it like this. You want to think of it like, okay, when I'm making this thumbnail, what is it that I'm trying to express the most? Right? Like what is it that is the most important thing for a potential viewer to see in my thumbnail? Right? What is it that is the most important thing that I can put in the thumbnail to make them want to click on it? Right? And then you want to take that idea and then you want to break that idea down and simplify it and say, okay, well, how can I just use a few words for this so that I can that should have been caught by my auto filter here. But basically saying, what words can I use to make it as simple as possible? You're definitely on the right track because, like strong legs for riding, simple phrase, real easy to say, hey, she's got a picture of her on a horse, right? And it's strong legs for riding, super clear what you're talking about in that video. So because of that, like follow that, but just kind of declutter it a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to, let's see here. I'm going to hop on Twitter. We're going to pull up another one. Okay, so who is next? Drum roll. Okay, let's see here. So I'm going through, just randomly grabbing some here. Okay, so the first one we are going to do is, and again, when I go into these surface level reviews, super important. HRH Tiffany, what is going on? Nice to see you. Super important to get your feedback as well. So, as I'm pulling these up, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think could be improved. Not let me know, let them know. Let the person, the person that has this channel, let them know what can be done to, what you think from your point of view, as far as things easy to read, not easy to read. You like the colors, you don't like the colors, you think it's cluttered, you think it's too simple, things like that. Like, give me your input. It's important. The more input that we have, the easier it is going to be for them to modify everything. Okay, plan with me Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay, that's cool. You're basically saying the type of stuff that you do, and you are saying the actual schedule that you keep, which is also a plus. And I'm actually going to kind of skinny this up, and I'm going to put this right here, over here on the side, so you guys can see that too. Okay. So, here I think this is okay because you're doing, planning stuff. This could be taken as, plan for anything. But I think that, that you're definitely on the right track there. For me, I think this is relatively clear. Let's see, as I scroll down, love what you're doing with your thumbnails here. Absolutely love it. Some of this looks like it's a tad hard to read, like this right here you've never heard of. Potty training secrets you've never heard of. Like this right here is a little bit hard to read, but, in addition to that, I think that what you're doing here with your thumbs is great. They're definitely attention grabbing. Putting you in the thumbnails here is excellent. As far as, your branding yourself as the personality of the channel, I think that's good. Also good that you put here, the one that you didn't put your face on, that you did put the plan with me, and you still used your other branding stuff here. That was very cool. I think I've looked at your channel before, actually. Yeah, the older stuff, I would try to sync this up, if you can, with the new stuff. One thing that I'm not understanding here, like a disconnect that I'm having right now with your channel, is okay. When I'm looking at this, I'm expecting that it is that you're doing some type of like like family planning or something like that is what I'm anticipating. But here you're doing like the results of your Ancestry.com thing, right? Oh, I did look at your channel. I remember this. So you're doing you're doing that, and that's like a disconnect because doesn't have anything to do with planning. My personal planner, okay, this absolutely does. That's total planner. Anniversary presents for dad. Maybe the angle of what's going on here is a little bit different than I was anticipating. Because maybe, like how you have anniversary presents for dad, he will be shocked. Maybe this is, hey, we're planning for the anniversary presents or something like that. I'm not sure. How to potty train in 3 days. This is more of just a general tip. I wouldn't say that this is planning really. Yeah. So for me, looking at this, I'm getting a big disconnect on what's going on, on what's going on here with the content as far as your channel header is concerned. It's like your channel header says this, but then you're showing all this different stuff as well. So yeah, so I would definitely get your messaging a little bit more clear. But outside of that, like I love what you're doing on your thumbnails. Okay, so next up on the list, let's see here. So to record my screen right now, I'm using OBS. To answer that question real quick, I'm using OBS to actually show the screen right now in the live stream. But when I'm actually recording my screen, I use software called Camtasia. Okay, let's see here. Man, this guy. Okay, planning is a great untapped audience on YouTube. Ah, that's interesting to know. Yeah, I think that I think she's on the right track as far as like how she's making everything look. It's just the actual messaging itself is what I'm having trouble with there. Okay, back to Twitter. And make sure Nimified. I love that. I'm actually going to pull yours up just because you said Nimified. I think that's the first time that Nimified has ever been used. Love that. That's awesome. Nimified. Okay, so I'm going to pull you up of course, and you also tweeted, so you're definitely in there. Let's see here. Okay, on yours. Okay, so what you're doing on your thumbnails, let's see here. Yeah, you're definitely using playlists. Your thumbnails are nice and vibrant, which is good. Here, let me pull the chat up here and see what's going on here. Yeah, Nimmified. I like that. Hashtag Nimmified. I'm digging that. I like the colors that you're using. I think the colors that you're putting in here are fantastic. Those look great. The overall like design is also good. The fact that you're using yourself as a personality is also cool. And it's working. You're definitely getting views, which is also a plus. You're getting a lot of views here. I'm curious why you have your subscriber count hidden, because you're definitely getting a lot of views on some of your content here. So yeah, the main thing, because you're doing great. Like your thumbnails look good. You're definitely pulling in views and things like that. So what you're doing is definitely getting attention. So you're winning there. But one thing that I would try to do is just try to sync things up just a tad on the branding side. But outside of that, I think that you are. I think that you're definitely on the right path. And well done too on some of these view counts. Like you're getting some serious view counts on some of your stuff, which is pretty cool also. So congratulations on that. Okay. Let's see here. I just had another one open. Here we go. Daryl RDP. Are you still in the house? Daryl RDP. Paging Daryl RBT. Okay, let's see here. Make sure this is, yep. Okay, so we're going to pull up Daryl. And let me pull this up here. Check there. Okay. Okay, so for Daryl here, first off, Daryl, congratulations on the 100 subscribers. Congratulations on crossing that milestone. Let's see here. Okay, at a glance here, I would definitely clean up your header a little bit. Okay, I see it here. You're a comedy channel. So I would definitely put a strong focus on your comedy part of this. And I would do less text up here, and I would focus more on the fact that it's a comedy channel, because as somebody that's landing on your channel for the first time, I'm guessing these are different characters that you do, which is cool. Totally cool that you have that, but I think it would be more effective instead of actually, titling the characters with the text and filling all of that up with text. I think that actually like cutting out the character and actually having the actual characters, as cutouts up here, and then with like your comedy channel, with a, subscribe Daryl RDP, subscribe for comedy videos every, whatever. I would focus on that, and make this less text heavy. Instead of what it is that you're doing here. And then, like always, I would definitely try to do something, especially in your case, because you're doing different characters. You're showing a lot of different stuff in your thumbnails. So I would definitely do something to make all of this stuff recognizable as yours. Real simple way to do that for everybody watching this right now. Real simple way to do that, and I've actually demonstrated this on another live stream, is just do like a color bar. Do a color bar, put your text on there, done. Right, just something real easy. You can do it there. You can do it going across the bottom. You can also do it in like style and design and things like that. But the real basic way to do it, excuse me, the real basic way to do it is to basically make a just a little color bar that you can put on the thumbnails. Okay. Next up on the list. I had to take a drink of water there. My throat was starting to give out on me. Darn throat. Okay. Let's see here. So now we are going to go to Twitter. Sound off in Twitter. You know, if you're wanting a review, definitely just let Twitter light up. If you're enjoying the information so far, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. And I also want to jump in here real quick and say that if you have not yet, make sure that you click in the link down below to head over to the Facebook page for Creator Insights, which is a new channel that I'm working on with my brother that's also going to help YouTube creators. In addition to that, make sure that you subscribe to that channel, which there's also a link to that down in the description below as well. But on the Facebook page, you're actually going to see the starting part of the set that we're building over there, which is pretty cool. So make sure that you go and you check that out if you can. Okay, let's see here. Yep, absolutely. You are added to the list. Okay, so we are going to do that one, and I'm going to go ahead and pop open some other Twitter notifications here. Let's see here. My channel is the Rated R Gamer, says one here. Let's see here. Brains of Technology. Nimmified. Nimmin, the live stream is getting Nimmified. Absolutely. Absolutely it is. Let's see here. Check out his live. Can you Nimmify our channel, Rogue Kings Gaming? I will definitely take a look there. Why is my channel unsubscribable? I promise I won't spam again. Sorry. Let's see here. Nick, I'm really early on YouTube, and I'd like your review to see what I began on YouTube. Started YouTubing in April. Okay, so we will check you out. Your channel is great. I need help knowing what I can improve on so I can Nimmify it. So I guess that's going to become a thing, right? So, so the Nimmify. Look at what you started, Elise. You started a whole thing here on the Nimmified. Okay, replying to Daryl. Okay, he's here. Okay, cool. Yeah, we got him. Okay, this is very helpful. Yeah, I'm glad that you enjoyed that. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up that. Got this one opened up here as well. Hey, another thing, if there's anybody in here that listens to, because I see that, like as I'm looking at some of these channels, I'm seeing that, there's some kids in here, which is also cool. But if you are somebody who is doing YouTube for any type of business activity, I have a podcast that I do every Wednesday with a friend of mine. Owen Video is his name. And that podcast is called the Business of Video Podcast. And I'm not sure if I put a link to it down here in the description or not. It's in the description of my actual videos. But I'm not sure if I put it down here. It looks like I forgot to actually add it to my description now. But if you go to iTunes and you type in the Business of Video Podcast, then it'll come up. But a lot of very useful video marketing tips there that you can get from iTunes from there as well. Okay, so next up on the list here, Snappy YT. I pulled you up, buddy, but your channel, you don't have anything. You're not using your custom layout or anything like that. You've only got 3 videos, which is cool. Congratulations, welcome to YouTube. But you've got 3 videos here. What you're doing with the journey to platinum, that's pretty cool. I'm not actually pulling it up on the screen, but just make sure here. I'm actually I'll put your channel up on the screen real quick. What I'm getting at here with your channel is you want to make sure that you're putting your content here, because most of the subscribers that you get are going to be from here. So you want to make sure that you're putting those people, or not those people. You want to make sure that you're putting your videos here. So when the people come to your channel page and they see the type of content that you have here, and also put the type of videos that you're making in your channel header also. But normally I don't pull them up, but because I already had it open anyway, I figured, hey, why not? I'm just going to go ahead and pull his stuff up. Okay, let's see here. Okay, Sweet and Spicy says that she's just getting started here on YouTube. Here's another one because I already have it open. Really important. I can't go into this one also because it doesn't meet the rules. But what you want to do is you want to make sure that when you go to your channel page here, Sweet and Spicy Girl, you're going to see your subscribe button, but next to your subscribe button, you're going to see a little gear icon. And basically what you want to do is you want to click on that, and then you want to choose to customize your channel layout. And then when you do that, then it's going to give you the option to add like your content to like playlists and things like that, which is what you want to do to actually get your channel layout done, and so that you can qualify for a surface level review. Okay, so next up, cruising through these a little quick. Next up, we're going to do Rogue Gaming Kings. Cool name, by the way. Cool looking channel header, gaming commentaries and more. Excellent. Looks like you're doing some GTA there. That's cool. Oh yeah, this is all GTA. Nice. Even a bonus. I also play GTA. Nice to see that on there. Let's see here. Uploads. That's cool. You're using that. Okay, same thing here. You want to make sure that you're using descriptions for your playlists. Very important. You also want to add something that connects your content together, because here's the thing. Getting those initial subscribers. You've got 110 people in here. Of course, all 110 of those people are not going to come in and watch all of your content, but the easier you make it for them as YouTube promotes your content out to your subscribers, because, you know, when you make a video live, unless they've actually clicked the notification bell icon, YouTube isn't going to send it out to all 110 of these people anyway. But for the people that it does send it out to, you want them to recognize the content as your content so that they'll click on it, come to your channel page, or not click on it, come to your channel page, click on it and watch your video on your video page. And when they click on your thumbnail, then what happens is, as long as they end up watching your video for a little bit of time, then YouTube will send it out to even more of your subscribers. So super important that you put stuff on here to connect all of your content together. So that's my quick thing for you. But what you're doing your channel header there, Rogue Gaming, what you're doing your channel header with saying that it's gaming commentaries and more, thumbs up there. It looks cool also. So whoever did your channel art, thumbs up to them. That looks cool. I like the whole 3D thing that you're doing there too. That looks pretty cool. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to pull up the chat here real quick, see what's going on in there. See if anybody, see if anyone's left any feedback. And then I'm going to go into SKRR here in a second. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I'm pulling up a few more here. Hey, Professor Nez. Is Professor Nez in the house? Is Nez here? Well, let me do a quick scroll through and see if oh, there he is. Love looking forward to Saturday Nimmin live stream. Professor Nez is in the house. What is going on, Professor Nez? Nice to see you in here, buddy. So Professor Nez, guys, he also does a ton of live streaming as well. Lots of good stuff that he's putting out. He's got interviews with me on his channel. He's got interviews with Roberto Blake on his channel. He's got interviews with Justin Brown on his channel. A lot of really insightful stuff. So make sure, Professor Nez, if you haven't yet, go ahead and put a recent link or just say something in the chat just so people can click on your name. But really good stuff over there. So make sure that you go and you check out Professor Nez. Awesome interviews that he's doing on his channel. He's really good at interviewing. There he is. He says, "Yo, Dale, hello, Creative Queen," basically giving shout-outs to everybody. Real nice dude. Real, like real down-to-earth, really insightful, asks really good questions that you don't get. Because, like for my stuff, like I'll do podcast interviews sometimes. I'll do, interviews on YouTube channels sometimes and things like that. But the stuff that Nez asks, like he's like outside of the box, so to speak, on some of the stuff that he pulls out of people. So really good stuff. Let's see here. Share Production says, "I've watched your videos, Nick. They're great. Thank you. I appreciate it. Can you please notice me because I've been asking a question since the beginning of the stream. Experiments. What is your question, my friend?" You and Owen are killing it. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Professor Nez. You, sir, are also killing it. Yeah, man. Professor Nez, his voice, right? Like, I could just listen, I do, right? When I listen to his interviews, like I can just listen to him talk. You know what I mean? Just such a, like me, I'm like all over the place. I'm like a spaz. But like with Professor Nez, he's like, just like calm and like just relaxing. You know what I mean? It's just like, wow, man, I could listen to this dude all day long. You know what I mean? Just really good stuff. Dude, it's rude to don't notice your dons and be thankful. Okay. Let's see here. I like a spaz. Yeah, Dale, you're a spaz too. I mean, let's just say it, right, Dale? Like you and I are both spazzes. You know, like you're all over the place too. You're like, you know what I mean? You're also a spaz. But hey, nothing wrong with that. Okay, so let's see here. So your question was to review your channel. That's funny. Experiments. Let's see here. Nick, do you know who Unspeakable Gaming is? I do not at this point in time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up another one here and see where we are at here. So next up on the list is going to be Craziness Videos. I hope Craziness Videos, you are still in the house here. Okay, so here's what we got. Again, let me know your feedback. When you see this pop up on the screen, let me know what it is that you are thinking, right? Is it clear to understand what's going on? Would you subscribe to this channel? Like if you saw this and you said, hey, I just watched one of these videos, I landed on the channel page at a glance, is this something you would subscribe to? If so, why you would, why you wouldn't, you know, what is it, right? Definitely give your feedback. Let me know what it is that you think about this stuff also. Okay, so here, Craziness Video Studios, new video every Tuesday and Friday. So the fact that you're saying new video every Tuesday and Friday is great, but you're not saying what type of video, right? You're not saying anything about the type of content that you make. You're like the actual name is Craziness Videos Studios, but you're not. There's no indication here of what type of content you make. And even here, like at this view, I can't tell if you are making like comedy videos, if you're doing gaming stuff, if you're doing commentary stuff. Like I can't tell at a glance what it is that you are doing here on your channel. So the big recommendation to you would be to make it clear. What is it that you're doing on your channel? Are you making, you know, like Craziness Video Studios, new comedy videos every Tuesday and Friday, new, let's see, here's clickbait, good or bad, new advice videos, new gaming videos, new, you know, like whatever type of content it is that you make that declaration here so that people can easily understand what it is that you're doing on your channel. Super important. Okay. And Dale likes the font. He's a font junkie. He likes the fonts that he's seeing on the page here. Okay, SKRR is up next. Okay, the SKRR channel. Here you definitely need to, let me check in your videos here. Okay, yeah, you've got a lot of content. So one, you definitely need to get your thumbnails together for sure. In addition to that, you need to get more content here on your channel page. Again, more people are going to subscribe from your channel page than they are from anywhere. So it's really important that you make sure. I'm actually looking for an image right now because I want to show this to you, just for the sake of, you know, hammering this idea home. And everybody right now, if they go and they look at their channel stats, as long as you've got a decent amount of views and as long as you've got just a little bit at least of subscribers, you'll see that most of the subscribers come from your channel page. So I'm going to transition this here, right? So if you look down here at the bottom of this chart, you see the channel and other, right? This is from my channel because I don't share client stuff publicly. So this is from my channel right here. But if you look here, you'll see that more people, considerable amount of people, subscribe from the actual channel page than from your video pages. Now, think of how huge this is. Out of my entire video library, out of the whole thing, out of every single video that I've uploaded, more people subscribe from my channel page than all of the video pages combined. That's massively powerful. And that shows how important it is that you make sure that you get your channel art together, that you get your thumbnails together, that you make it clear what type of content it is that you're making, so that when people land on your channel page, they know without even thinking about it what it is, right? They know. Wonder if I can ban this. Hold on real quick. But basically, you want to make it as easy as possible for people to understand, because now and over time, a majority of your subscribers are going to come from your channel page than from all of your other videos combined. So that's why I put so much emphasis, right? That's why I put so much emphasis on making sure that your channel page is subscribable, that you have all of this stuff super easy to understand. I beat that horse to death. If you're somebody that watches my live streams every Saturday, like how often, right? Like every single video, or almost every single channel that I look at, I talk about, hey, you got to make your channel page. You got to get your channel page worked out. You got to get your thumbnails worked out. You got to get this stuff worked out because of that image right here, because of this, right? Because more people subscribe from your channel page than your entire video library combined. Huge, absolutely huge. So you have to make sure that you take the time, even if it takes you a week to put it all together. If it takes you a month to put it all together, you have to make your channel page subscribable. Especially if you are, if you're a smaller channel and you're just trying to get traction and all that stuff, and you're trying to get that momentum rolling. Massively, massively, massively important. Okay, let's see here. Okay, next up on the list is Yuri TV. Let's see here, pull up the display. Okay, so Yuri TV video schedule, Monday visa approved, TTH vlog, wins relate. Okay, so on your channel header here, same thing. When I land on this, like I'm not really sure what it is exactly that you're doing. I see that you're doing like a vlog. I've deciphered that. I see that you're doing a vlog. I see that Monday visa approved. I don't know if you're giving visa tips because I see your Philippines flagged. I don't know if you're giving like visa tips or what it is that you're doing there, but that definitely needs to be a little bit more clear. Wins. I'm guessing that's something that makes sense maybe to your subscribers, but as somebody that's never landed on your channel page before, I have no idea what that means or what that hashtag stands for. The relationship, like I get what it says, but as far as what it actually stands for, what it actually means, it's really important that you dial this stuff in. Okay, here you have Philippines, expat, and travel. I would put all of your emphasis on this, right? Philippines, expat, and travel. So basically, I would word that in a way. I would move all of this stuff and make all of this like make it clear, right? Like I would do up here at the top, instead of Yuri TV video schedule, instead of that, I would do expat and travel videos for the Philippines or from the Philippines, or something along those lines. So you make that clear. Oh no, that's just on Friday. Okay. So in that case, what I would do is I would make all of this as easy to understand as possible. Okay, Wednesday. Got it. Okay, it took me a minute, as you can see. As somebody that's not familiar with what's going on here, definitely, I got it figured out now. Wins is Wednesday. Okay, got it. Yeah, so Monday is visa approved. Tuesday and Thursday is your vlog. Wins is the relationship. Friday, Philippines expat travel. Got it. Okay, so as you can see, though, like I just went through that whole thought process. I verbalized all of that so you can kind of get an idea of what somebody sees or what they go through mentally when they land on your channel, right? So definitely try to make this a little bit more clear, right? So like here, like on your Monday, like instead of visa approved, be specific and say, hey, on this, I'll open you up right here. So basically say like on Monday, we talk about visa issues. On Tuesday and Thursday, we do our vlog. That makes sense. Wednesday, you do relationship. So I'm guessing that's like a we maybe Western, and I'm not sure, but yeah, like I would just clarify what's going on here. Super important. And I'm going to subscribe to you, by the way, now. And if you guys ever make it to Thailand, get in touch because I like hanging out with other expats as well, because I'm in Thailand. So so definitely get in touch. I'm actually going to send you a message here too, just in case you are not in here anymore. I just subscribed to you, so I'll actually come back to that. You know what? I'll do it now. Hit me up if you ever come to Thailand. Okay, so now we're going to move on to Fire and Gasoline. On this one, congratulations on the 1,300 subscribers, by the way. Here, this is awesome. I don't even know what's going on there. Okay, there's the ramp. Yeah, this is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. But I would still clarify what it is that you're doing on the channel. So, like, this is funny, super funny, because this definitely expresses that you're doing some shenanigans, which is gut-splitting hilarious. But I would, same thing. Still, just make it clear what it is that you're doing on your channel. What you're doing here definitely would help people identify your content as yours, but it looks like you're not syncing it up to where it's not on all of your content. I would do this or something similar and put it on every single one of your videos so that people can connect that to you in the content that you're making. I would also feature more of your content on your homepage, on your channel page, because of that thing that I was showing you before, like basically the general flow. And you can see this if you have analytics connected to your YouTube account. You can actually look at user flow, and basically how it'll usually happen is it'll go from video to channel to like a video page or straight into videos. So because of that, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're displaying enough content here to where people can get a general idea of what your channel's about at a glance. To do that, you can add more videos when you stack it like this, but you can see more content with less scrolling if you do it horizontally. So yeah, those are my big tips. My big tips for you. How to automotive work, crazy stunts, homemade contraptions, reviews, and more. Okay, so here you have like how to automotive work, crazy stunts, and more. I'd also make sure to put a comma in there. Oh no, you got it. That's right. How to. Okay, yeah. As you can see, punctuation is not my strong suit, but I'm okay at making videos. Okay, so let's see here. Yuri TV, thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Rumalino, I'm not sure what, because the Asgard channel could be anything. So if you can tell me specifically what that channel is, then I can head over that way. Advice for somebody that makes music videos. So that question came from Twitter here, from AnimeBot, and says, do you have any advice for somebody that makes music videos? Yes. Try to make your videos as good as you possibly can. Share them everywhere you possibly can, and make them as often as you possibly can. Music channels are some of the biggest channels on YouTube. So because of that, that tells you that people are into music videos. I mean, look at MTV, right? So I mean, they don't even do music videos that much anymore, but look at MTV, right? Like and just look at Vivo and all those huge music channels. Music channels are definitely something that are awesome for YouTube, So I would just make videos as often as you can. Try to be as creative as you possibly can also. Because here's the thing. If you're making creative music videos, they will get shared. They will get passed around. So I would just try to be as creative as you possibly can and do that as often as you possibly can as well. Okay, Matthew, I will pull you up here. Nice to see that you're still in the chat also. I will go ahead and pull you up on the screen as well. Okay, so for Matthew here, full performance videos, Matthew Furman, celebrity magician. So on yours, you're basically saying, you're a celebrity musician. So you're basically categorizing yourself, which is good. But you also want to think of viewers in that respect. So you want to say, okay, this is who I am, but I'm also making this type of content. So here you have full performance videos, maybe changing full performance videos to something that's a little easier, because full performance videos that for somebody that's not in the magic space, so to speak, saying something along the lines of, new magic videos every whatever, or, learn how to do magic, or, something along those lines. I think that is more effective than just putting full performance videos up there. Just in a language that's easier to understand. I mean, this is easy to understand. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong at all. But I would definitely just kind of clarify it just a tad. But this looks cool. Looks nice. It looks great. The fact that you're using yourself in your profile picture, excellent. And it's a great, it's a great looking picture too. You're smiling. So I'm sure you probably get a decent amount of clicks on that from, leaving comments and stuff like that around YouTube. Here, I would definitely follow that same thing that I've mentioned a few times, as far as making sure that you are, you are right here with your magic thing. Are you doing that on everything? Oh, you are. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're good there. You are definitely good there. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, dude, I think you are definitely on the right path. As far as your stuff being, identifiable. Even though you have magic here, I mean, that looks great. So, I mean, I'm not even going to recommend a change, because one, the people that are used to your content are going to be used to seeing this, which is good. So I would definitely, just keep using that. I was originally going to say that because you're branding yourself here, that maybe you should do something that's more branded to you instead of just doing magic. But having that magic, that's a good identifier as well. So it's like, hey, all of my content, I have magic on here in this certain way. So you're basically identifying it as a magic video while using it as branding too. So I see what you're doing there. That's good, and I think that's a smart way to go about it too. Watch mind-blowing magic mind ring perform real time. Excellent. This is excellent for the hover card. Okay, I want to go ahead and mention this too, because he's totally nailing this right here. So if you go and you are on a video, or you're in a comment section or whatever, and you get the hover card that pops up, it's basically going to show the first 157 characters of what is on at the very top of your about page. So in his case, he has, when people hover over his name, watch mind-blowing magic and mind reading performed in real time for real people with real reactions. Right? I mean, that's intriguing. That is how you write a top line of a About Me page. Right? I mean, that's super intriguing. Like, if I saw that, I would be like, I like watching magic videos, and this is totally interesting. Right? And I would click on this personally. Let me know in the comments. What would you do? Like, do you see this as something that you would click on? Like, what do you think in the comments? Your question about your 75% of your watchers not subscribed is because you're going to always get more views from non-subscribers than from subscribers. And the reason for that is because, your videos are coming up in search, your videos are being suggested and things like that, and more people are watching your content than subscribing to your content. And you're also like, okay, let's say you publish a video tomorrow. Just to take this further here, let's say that you publish a video tomorrow, and okay, you published a video 100 or an hour ago. You've got 129 views on it already. But what's happening is when you published this video, YouTube is not sending this video out to all 1,300 people that are subscribed to your channel. They're sending it out to the people that have clicked on this bell and signed up for the notification, and they're sending it out to basically a test base of your subscribers. If those subscribers are clicking on your video and they're clicking on your thumbnail or your title, and they're coming in and they're watching this video for a decent amount of time, basically they're stacking up your watch time on this video, then what's going to happen is YouTube is going to start pushing this video out to more of your subscribers. And then as long as that keeps happening, then they're going to start pushing this stuff out to just random places on the platform, to home pages, the suggested sidebar. They're going to put it at the end of videos and things like that. And because of that, it's that small amount of these people that are actually seeing it initially, right? Like it's getting pushed out to more people once it actually gets going. Like right now, these are probably all or mostly your subscribers that are coming in from this, would be my guess. But then as the videos get more views on it and as the video grows, it's getting pushed out elsewhere on the platform, and more people are coming in from it that are not subscribed to your channel yet. So when you're seeing huge differences like that, one, that's totally normal. So just keep that in mind, that that's a normal thing. Two, I'm not sure how you're structuring your videos, but if you want to convert those people into subscribers, that larger number of viewers into subscribers, then there are things that you can do inside of your video to actually, convert them over, or to increase that conversion ratio. So I have videos about this, like on how to increase engagement and stuff like that. I would definitely check those videos out, because those have that answer in there. But as far as like front loading your content, making sure that you're structuring your calls to action right, and things like that, can really make a big difference on your view to subscriber ratio. So I hope all of that made sense. If you have any questions, because you've given me like $60 in this super chat so far. So if you have any questions about it or whatever, just shoot me an email through the link in the description, or shoot me a message here on YouTube, and I can elaborate on any of that for you when I'm off stream. After this stream, I'm going to bed, but if like tomorrow, for example, then I can reply to that when I see it. Okay, let's see here. Should I make separate channels or do playlists? Help. The Wombat. Hold on, let me look at your channel real quick. If you're doing similar content, do playlists. If you're doing content that is not anywhere a match for your channel, then do a separate channel. Day tripping. Yeah, so do playlists as long as the content is similar in nature or is similar in some way. But if you have like a broad range of content, then doing it on a separate channel, or at least just focusing for now and until you get that momentum going. Then once you get that momentum going, then kind of branching out a little bit more and going into a wider range of topics. Like for me as an example, that's exactly what I'm doing too. Right? Like, basically, like I'm right now, I'm like 100% YouTube focused, but after I get that play button, because that's what I'm gunning for. So after I get that play button, then I'm also going to go, I'm going to push a little bit harder into live streaming, which still falls into YouTube, but I'm going to push a little bit more into live streaming, a little bit more into video marketing in general, a little bit more into Facebook and how to get results and do stuff on Facebook and that sort of stuff also. Okay, so the Asgard channel, now that I see that in here, I've got that worked out. Okay, so the next one up on the list is, make sure this is all family friendly here. Whoa, hold on, I've got something auto playing here. Okay. Next one up on the list here is the Docket 360. So let's see what we got for you, Docket 360. And first, I want to say that, make sure to give your feedback too in the chat. Let me know what it is that you think about this. What is it that is clear? What is it that's not clear? How do you feel when you see this? Definitely give your feedback on what you think is going on here as well. Is there anyone on here that works on channel About Me pages, like writing the intro or making a nice intro video? Is there anyone on here? Anyone in the chat, do you mean, Greg? For the actual About Me pages, it's real easy. On the About Me page itself, just putting something enticing at that 157 characters at the top, putting something enticing there that would make you want to click on something. Basically, just put the value side of it there. Basically, you want to put the value side of your content there. Basically, I help people do this. I show you how to do this. Learn how to do this specific thing, and so on. Close Up Gamer says, Nick Nimmin, how should I market my brand new channel, and would you mind reviewing my channel? Absolutely. First, I'll answer your question about marketing your new channel. The first thing you want to do is you want to find relevant. Like, the best way to do it is to find relevant places that are a match for your content and share your content there. But we'll get into that here in a minute when I look at your channel. But first, let me get this one out of the way, and then we'll go on. But again, real quick, let me know in the chat what it is that you think about this. Greg, your intro. Oh, you mean your actual trailer, your channel trailer? Yeah, I got you, Greg. Okay, so here on yours, everything horror makes total sense. If you're into horror content, this is definitely a good fit. Definitely says what it is that you are doing. Let's see here. Yep, open you up here also. Let's see here. Real ghosts, caught on camera. Yeah, looks like you're using the tag over here on the left. It looks like you didn't do that in some of this more recent stuff. Oh, no, this is more recent here. Okay, I was looking at the popular. So you're good there. Adding that is good, but to be honest with you, it's a little bit hard to read. This, so I would try to make this a little bit easier to read. One way to do that is when you're making these, you're probably making these at a large size. When you're doing that, you want to scale these down and look at them, because here, like all of the stroke that you're using here on the edges of some of this stuff is making it difficult to read. Like here, it's okay. I can see what's going on there. But like on this small one, that stroke really kind of obstructs what's going on. So you want to make sure that you are being very mindful when you're using the strokes in your artwork, because when it's at a small size, they can really clutter things up, as you can see here, and make things a little bit more difficult to read. How you have your playlist down here at the bottom, this is good. I would definitely also, let me look at your content before I say this. Yeah, you've got a lot of videos, so I would also add more content, more playlists to your channel page. So like you're going to see down here, you're going to see like an add section button. I would click on that, and I would add a few more playlists on here as well, so that people can just do a quick scroll and see more of your content. Hey, what's up, Whiskey Jason? Okay, whiskey reviews Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Super clear, super easy to understand. Hey, Whiskey Jason, you might want to reach out to Whiskey Dictionary. He watches these live streams a lot. He's in the comment section a lot in the videos, but he has some cool whiskey review videos as well. But one thing to keep in mind here is on a mobile browser, you are going to be cutting off probably part of this W here, and you're going to be cutting off probably the last W and S, and probably the ID and the A and the Y here on Friday. So for the mobile side of this, I would definitely review this on your phone, or have a friend review it on their phone or whatever, and make sure that you are that all of this information here fits inside of that, because a lot of people are watching videos on phones. Another thing is, in your case as well, looks like you don't have a lot of content yet, but I would definitely do, like what you're doing here. This is good because you don't have a lot of content yet. I don't think. Hold on. Yeah, you don't have a lot of content yet, so what you're doing here is definitely okay with your playlist. So keep doing that. But as soon as you have enough content, display it out on your channel page more. And again, that's because more people subscribe from, as you can see in this image here, more people subscribe from your channel page than from anywhere. Same thing here. What you're doing with this is good because this is, something that's kind of unique to you. So what you're doing there with the bottles, I think that's a good touch. You do have a lot of text that's going on in here. And at when it's small, this right here is going to be kind of difficult to read because you are a personality of this, of this channel, because you're the personality. I would also use you in here, as well. So people can get familiar with you as well as getting familiar with the content that you're putting out. Close-up gamer. Hey, another Baldy. Nice. Hold on, I gotta turn the camera on here. High five to another Baldy. Okay, so on that one, let's see here. What is this? Just started my channel. Would really love to get your opinion. Absolutely. Okay, so on this one, Close-Up Gamer, Gaming, Magic, and Vlogs, another Magic channel. Look at this. Gaming, Magic, and Vlogs uploads Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. That is good. This up here, the Facebook, Twitter, and the YouTube, not even necessary. I wouldn't even worry about that right now. You have 32 subscribers. One thing to keep in mind too in the chat, for anybody that's watching this right now, and I'll actually pull the chat up here as I'm saying this. One thing to keep in mind also is to make sure Roundball Films is also bald with a beard. We should all hang out. We should have like a convention somewhere. Yeah, Close-Up Gamer. We got Close-Up Gamer's a baldy. I'm a baldy. Roundball Films is a baldy. Yeah, we got like we got a thing going on here. But right here, Dale Roberts, he's a baldy. Yeah, we're rolling hard in the bald community here. But one thing to keep in mind, everybody, is that another bald and bearded, Garage Movie Reviews, we're rolling hard. The bald and bearded community is deep in here on this channel. One thing to keep in mind with 32 subscribers is that you are trying to generate momentum on your channel. And because of that, these links that you have going off site are a negative, right? So if you're trying to send people to your Twitter, you're trying to send people to your About Me page on Google, you're trying to send people to your Facebook, I understand spreading yourself out on social media. I totally get it. But here's the thing. On YouTube, especially when you're trying to pick up momentum, this is where this is super important. When you're trying to pick up momentum on your channel, it's really important that you try to keep people on platform as much as humanly possible. Because anytime you send people to Facebook, right, you're killing session time. And when you kill session time, that's a negative on YouTube. Same thing if you send them to Twitter and all of that stuff. So a lot of people, when they start a channel, will focus really hard on, hey, I got to make sure that I put all this stuff in my channel descriptions and things like that. I got to make sure that I let people know, like you're doing right here on your social media links, right? Is basically every time somebody goes to one of these, if they close YouTube in the background, you just killed a session time. Or you just killed a session, not a session time, but you just killed a session. And by doing that, you're basically sending in a negative signal that says, hey, when the algorithm sends you traffic, you're taking that traffic, you're sending them off site, and you're getting them off of YouTube, right? So as a small channel, it's really important that you try to keep people in YouTube. And the same thing goes with this stuff too, like using the bit.ly links for sending people to playlists and stuff like that. Just do a straight link from YouTube here, right? Like once your channel gets bigger and all that, this part of it isn't as important. It's still important, but it's just not as critical because that momentum is already built in, so you can be a little bit more loose with this stuff. But right now, with 32 subscribers, you want to get that momentum rolling, right? So it's really important that you just keep all of that in mind. If it's important to you, hey, hey Nick, I'm not trying to grow a YouTube channel. I'm trying to get people to my Facebook page. If that's the situation, then you can totally disregard everything that I just said. But if your goal with this channel is to grow your authority here on YouTube as a Magic channel, then you want to try to minimize that off-site stuff as much as you possibly can during the initial startup part of this, for the sake of not killing session time, right? That's super important. Now, another thing too that I want to make sure that I mention is, if you want to kill session time, I mean, you don't ever want to kill session time, but if you say, okay, it is important to me that I also send people to these other social platforms, then do it strategically, right? So basically what I mean by that, and I hope in chat also that this is something that you keep in mind, is if you want to send people to your other social media accounts, do it strategically by using like a video every like couple of weeks and saying, oh, hey, by the way, I just posted this picture on my Twitter that, is awesome, or, whatever, or hey, I'm doing this particular thing on my Facebook page that is, in whatever way it's related to your channel or whatever. But basically, instead of putting this stuff in all of your descriptions, you basically strategically use a video as part of your content strategy. You say, okay, once every so many videos, I'm going to specifically use that video to send people to my Facebook page, to send people to my Twitter, right? Instead of killing those sessions in every single one of your videos. So basically what you're doing there, when you do it that way, is you're taking the people that are watching your content, right? People that are watching your content regularly, and you're saying, hey, if you're into my stuff here, then go check out what I'm doing on Facebook. If you're into my stuff here, go check out what I'm doing on Twitter, and so on, instead of passively sending them there and killing that session time in every single video description. Because it's more important, if you're trying to grow your YouTube channel, it's more important. As Close Up Gamer says here, you want to keep them in the YouTube. As he's saying right here, that was you actually. Okay. So you're saying that you want to keep them in YouTube, in all honesty. Yeah, so in that case, if that's what you're wanting to do, then you want to minimize that off-site traffic for now. Right? And by doing that, I would remove this stuff here and just keep it as subscribe. Subscribe for more Magic, or, whatever fits there, sub for more Magic. And then strategically use your content to send people to your playlist. Like, one thing that a lot of people do is they make their list of videos, right? In your case, we're just going to say, because it's Magic, right? Some stereotyping here, pull a rabbit out of a hat, card trick, and they're just sitting here thinking, okay, what is it that I can do? Let's see here, make a tower disappear. So they're saying, okay, what can I do? What type of videos can I make? How can I make videos that are interesting to people? But instead of doing it that way, here's a way that you can develop your content and actually put your content strategy together, right? And I love saving stuff like this for like later in streams, because, for the people that bailed on it, that's why I like saving this stuff. Okay. So for here, what you want to do is you want to say, okay, pulling a rabbit out of a hat, right? Okay, so this particular video, the specific title that I'm using for this video is something that people are searching for a lot, right? The people I'm searching for, or the research that I've done for this particular topic is something that is most likely going to pull in a lot of viewers, a lot more viewers, right? So because of that, this video right here, you're using this specifically for the case of generating subscribers, right? New subscribers to your channel, okay? And there's like technical jargon behind what I'm going over right here, but this is it, like, explained in an easier way. Next video is card trick, right? So of course, depending on what it is that you're doing on your YouTube channel, you want to say, in this particular case, I'm doing this one to kind of spread my authority that I've generated on YouTube into other platforms. So here, your card trick inside of this video, you're going to make something specific that's going to drive people in the video, that's going to specifically drive people to your other social media accounts. So you say for this one, okay, this is my card trick video. This one, I'm going to specifically use this video to drive to other social media, right? So that you can stay connected just in case your YouTube account gets kicked off or something like that. So basically what it is you say, basically this is for this reason, this video is for this reason, and then my make a tower disappear. This video here is for the sake of authority or positioning, right? And then we'll say here, let's see here, like pulling infinite ribbon out of pocket. You say this one right here is for the sake of connecting with your community because it was a subscriber request. Right? So basically what you do is you say that basically what it is, when you're putting your content together, not only do you say, I'm going to make this video, and I want to make this video, and I want to make this video, I want to make this video. You want to sit down and you want to think about it. And you want to say, okay, what exactly is it that I'm trying to accomplish with each of these videos that I'm uploading? And when you do that, then you can put a specific purpose to each video. And by doing that, you make each video that much more effective for what it is that you're trying to do on your channel, what it is that you're trying to generate. You know, like in your case, you know, like because you're doing magic stuff. So, you know, Yuri TV, take care. Have an awesome evening. Thanks for hanging out. But in addition to that, like let's say, you know, because you're a magician in your case, you know, if you want to start marketing stuff to people, then you can also do another magic reference like, let's see here, cutting someone in half. And then in this one, you're going to offer your guide of some kind, or you're going to offer a special video series on, you know, showing people how to specifically cut somebody in half for their email address, right? So then you do this one is for the sake of collecting emails, right? And so basically what it is you break all of your content down into all of these different purposes. And then how you do this is not only do you do it by, you know, the actual titles and then figure it out that way, but you can do a bigger overview to where you say, you do this in a spreadsheet though, and you say, okay, new subscriber, social media push, authority, community, emails, sales, affiliate, right? So basically what it is you break all of this stuff down and you say, okay, in each column, you have what it is that you're trying to do, and then you start listing all of your topics for each column for all of the different things that you can do for those specific things. So like for affiliate stuff, you can do like reviews on card decks. You can do reviews on, you know, wands. I mean, I don't know, you know, in the magic field, I'm not sure, you know, specifically, but basically you just break down each one of these things and you make titles. You know, you research all of your titles and whatnot that fit into these particular categories for when you're publishing your videos. So basically what you do is over time, as your content library grows, this video is constantly sending you new subscribers. This video is constantly pushing people to your social media. This video here is constantly getting you recognition in places. This one here is constantly keeping you engaged in your community. This one here has people constantly going to your email list. This one here is constantly generating income for you. This one here is also constantly generating income for you. And when you start breaking things down this way and you start putting an actual strategy behind what it is that you're doing, it can make a huge, huge difference on your channel and on the effectiveness of everything it is that you're doing. Next up on the list, and I want to say real quick, you know, I kind of went on a rant there. So, you know, so my apologies on if that was, you know, if that rant was kind of overboard. But I just wanted to, I kind of want to slam that idea home because, like I know a lot of people, you're in these streams, you're watching this stuff, and you get a lot of the, like the crowd that's in here every Saturday, like you guys, you hear a lot of the same stuff as far as, hey, make sure your branding's together, make sure, this, that, and the other thing. And because of that, it basically, I'm sure it gets a bit redundant. So I just kind of wanted to drop that in there for him. And I wanted to drop that in here for you also, as far as, just some things to keep in mind when you're putting your content strategy together. Okay, so now we're going to go into Elance Success. Elance Success, all you need to become a freelancing superstar. Excellent. Nailed that. Let's see here. This looks fantastic. This actually kind of looks, this has like a similar look to Brian Dean's thumbnails. Good stuff. And hey, I've got to say that I'm not in your sidebar here, and I'm a little bit upset, to go ahead and be honest with you. But this might just be recommended. I'm not sure because I can't read whatever language that is there. But anyway, yeah, thumbnails look great. You're putting you as the center of attention. How you're doing quality and reputation on Upwork. Secret tip: Upwork, have a website. Wherever a freelancer needs a website, yeah, that's good. Yeah, you're definitely on the right page there. Great looking visual authority, by the way. So like this is something that I mention a lot is visual authority. I mention that a lot in videos and live streams and stuff. But with visual authority, I'm going to subscribe to you too because of what you're talking about. But the visual authority is super important because when people land on your channel page, if you look like a professional channel, even if you're doing comedy videos, if you look like a professional comedy channel, people are going to take you a lot more seriously than if they come to your channel and everything looks like messy and everything looks kind of like unplanned and just kind of thrown together. Like if something looks professional, people are going to give it just a little bit more consideration than they do otherwise. So yeah, so you're definitely on the right path with what it is that you're doing. One thing that you might want to keep in mind here, I mean, you're only like a week in, 2 weeks in, so you're off to a good start. But one thing you want to keep in mind also is to make sure, yeah, like here, you've got it here, like Upwork tips, quality work, and good reputation. Like I'm guessing that you're targeting Upwork tips for that. But just make sure that you are, as a small channel, 38 subscribers, make sure that you're putting a lot of weight and a lot of time into your SEO for your videos. Very important. All right, so now we are going to go in here, virtual assistant, Dutch translator. Looking at your Upwork profile, actually. Years of experience, virtual assistant. Interesting. Okay, so we are going to close that out. And let's see here. Let's see what we got in the comments. See what's going on here. Let's go on Twitter. See what's going on Twitter. Okay. Okay, I'm going to open up some more here. Okay, Don Rose on Twitter asked, how can I spread my videos and channel? I talk to different people and I tweet and stuff, but I still can't. If you can't get traction by sharing your stuff, then you have to lean on the side of SEO. Got to spend time learning how to optimize your videos for search. Super important. Okay, let's see here. Okay, the next up on the list here is the anime bot. This came from Twitter. Anime bot. Same thing here. It's real clear that you're on anime. But I don't know anything else. Like if I landed on here, I would say, okay, there's something anime related. Maybe they're a fan of anime, but I'm not sure what type of content exactly that they're giving me. So I would definitely make sure to make it clear what it is that you're doing in your channel art here. So that's kind of a broken record that, that's something that I talk about all the time because it's super, super important. Again, I'm going to pull that image up on the screen. Most of your views are going to, or not your views, but most of your subscribers are going to come from your channel page. So what I'm doing right now, let's see here. Okay, so is it any good? Let's see. I have to go to bed. It's 2 a.m. here to throw those dimes. Haha, please review me. Okay, so we are now going to go into So Is It Any Good? Okay, here we go. Okay, so now we are going to go into the So Is It Any Good channel. And on the So Is It Any Good channel, which is inspired by movies, videos released every Monday and Thursday, reviews, classic character, top 10s, and so much more. What I would do, personally, is I would make this, because this is really hard to read down here. And let me know in the chat, too, if you're having, like, is this easy for you to read? Is it not easy for you to read? For me, personally, this is definitely hard to read. I would change this to, like, a yellow that complements this blue right here. Just so that it, so you still keep that light color scheme, but it draws more attention here, because this, what it is that you're offering the viewer, is more important than this. You definitely want your logo in there and all that stuff for branding, but this right here is more important, because like when somebody lands on your channel page and they're making that decision, they're going through that process of, hey, should I subscribe to this channel or not? This right here is what you want them to see. But I love the font you're using here. Like, all this looks clean. I love your artwork, like all the stuff that you're doing here. Like, all of this looks great. Like, this looks super pro. So, like, if I landed on this, I would definitely, without question, I would say, okay, what's this about? What's going on here? What type of stuff are they making? But one thing that you are not doing is making your stuff easy to recognize as yours. You're doing it sometimes, but you're not doing it all the time. So I would definitely, if it's going to be with this little popcorn megaphone thing, then I would make sure that you put that on everything, right? Because you want people that watch this video to recognize this video is yours, and to recognize this video is yours, and so on. So I would definitely make sure that you do that. But man, I love your channel art. Whoever did your channel art did a fantastic job. That just looks great. Excellent stuff. And thumbs up for doing Star Wars stuff too. Okay, so I'm gonna hop into the chat here for a second, give my brain a rest and some R&R real quick before I get into more of these. Let's see here. So let's see here. Okay, so let's go to the chat, see what's going on here in the chat. Alrighty. I'm going to check here, see how long I've been live here. So we're at the 3-hour mark. So we've been crushing for 3 hours. Time goes by so quickly. So quickly. So quickly. So when I start every day, going completely left field here, as you can tell, my brain is starting to come unglued. So let me have a sip of coffee too. So when I start every day, I made up a song that I sing to myself. Gets me in a good mood. My girlfriend's annoyed by it, but that's the type of dude I am, where I'm like, I start singing it. Like, I wake up and then I start singing this song, and it really gets me going. But I say, it's gonna be a wonderful day. I woke up happy and I'm ready to play. It's gonna be grand and fantastic. And when I'm doing this, I'm thinking of like a Broadway, right? It's gonna be grand and fantastic in every way. And then I make my girlfriend do the backup part where she says, every way. And then I do, because it's a beautiful day. And then she has to say, because it's a beautiful day. And then I say, sun is shining, birds are chirping away. The sky is so blue and I feel so great, And then I repeat it. So that's what I do to make sure that I have an awesome day every day. Okay, let's see here. Thanks for the review, champ. I did all the graphics and art. I'm a full-time designer. Hit me up if you want some graphics. Dude, I've been looking for you. Seriously. Like, I've been looking for you, like, seriously. I'm going to hit you up. I don't need graphics personally, but I do have some stuff that I work on that you may be able to help me with, and I'm actually looking for somebody for that right now. I've got the video editing taken care of, but I am actually I would love to get a quote from you. So I'm going to send you a message in YouTube right now with my email, and if you could be so kind to send me your rates, because I am looking for help right now. If you could send me your rates, my email is this. Hey, if you could send me your rates, I'm looking for some help with some design things that I do. My email is... Okay, so yeah, so I just sent you a message in your YouTube. If you could shoot me an email from that, and then we can start our conversation there. Because I love the style of your header, and that's another thing, folks. As far as visual authority is concerned, like look what just happened there, right? Like we might end up doing some work together because his stuff looked so awesome, right? So in addition to people subscribing to your channel, in addition to people taking your content more seriously, in addition to all of that, it can also generate business, which is also a plus. Let's see here. Garage Movie View says, wanted to edit for you, but can't at the moment. If I ever open up, I'll hit you up. Yeah, that's cool. I appreciate it. Right now, I'm cool. Like I hooked up with, he was in here earlier. I'm not sure if he still is, but I hooked up with Juan, and he's actually local here in Thailand, and we're working together now on that front. So I'm good on the editing side. But I am still looking for some help on the graphic side. So that is definitely a plus. Creative Queen, peace. Thanks for hanging out in the stream. I appreciate it. Okay, the Endeavoring Family says, I love it, Nick. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Me too. Let's see here. Peeps, if you don't have Twitter, go get Twitter. Same goes for Facebook. Absolutely. Let's see here. JOP Reactions. Check me if you can. I will open you up right now. I saw the super chat come in, but it wasn't review specific, so I didn't open it up. But I'm opening it up right now. It's opening up here in the background. Shiba Gaming, peace. Have a wonderful night. Okay, so we will go ahead and pull this up real quick. This one is... Boom. So this one is JOB Reactions. So here, same thing with channel art, right? Channel art, you got to put in your channel art the type of content that you are making. Same thing with your thumbnails as far as syncing everything up so that people can easily identify your content as your content. Adding more videos to your actual homepage is also a plus. But yeah, I would start with those things. Those are my quick tips for you. Is I would start with those and then move on from there. What is that? Okay, there we go. Okay, so Nick, can you please take a look at mine after his? I really need a review, Nick. All the posts to read out. Let's see here. It's 9:30 a.m. here. Evelyn Roman, 9:30 a.m. there. Nice. Hey, let's do a roll call, actually. I'm curious. Like, where's everybody at in the world right now? Like me, I'm coming in from Thailand. How about you? Where are you at in the world right now? Just curious. Nick, I'm almost at 1K. I do all my own editing and thumbnails on my phone. Please, you can check me out. That's impressive. I'm going to go to Twitter here, see what I've got going on here. Okay, so Endgame, which is also a.k.a. Van Winklyoshi on Twitter, asks, Nick, how can I make a good channel banner on a mobile device? In order to make a good channel banner on a mobile device, you can use Pixel Labs, and on there you can do YouTube thumbnails and you can do YouTube channel arts. They have preset templates that you can use and things like that. Great phone app for that kind of things. I have a tutorial of it on my channel, so you can definitely go and check that out. Okay, let's see here. Vanessa, I like the tweets. Going through here, looking at Twitter, seeing what's going on, seeing if, let's see here, title I farted, definitely not going to do that one. Let's see here. Okay, so let's see here. This is a gaming. That's I actually got to open that one up because it's funny. We'll see what's going on there. So I'm going to pull up a couple more here. Okay, so okay, yeah, so that one, yeah, it's definitely not clear what's going on in the channel. But you know what? I'll pull it open anyway. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a few more open here, and see what is going on here. So let me scroll back up. I did those. So yeah, go ahead and get it rolling here. If you're wanting a review, I'm going to check it out here. Okay, so we are opening that one up. Did anybody mention where they're from? South Africa. Nice. That's cool. Dayton, Ohio. North Canada. Nice. Toronto, Canada. Oh, you guys are practically neighbors. Los Angeles, L.A., California. Richard, are you going to Vid Summit there in L.A. here in October? I'm going to be at Vid Summit. Don't know if you have plans to go into that or not, but I'm going to be there in October in L.A. Canada, Argentina. Nice. Albania. Whew. Brisbane, Australia. India, Albania. Okay, see Albania. Let's see here. North Florida. Nice. Skyrim. Florida. Nice. Another Florida. Yeah, some good in the USA. England. Sweden. Singapore, but you're Japanese. That's cool. Jamaica, Queens in the house. I don't know why I had to say in the house after that. Y'all know I'm here in Louisiana. Nice, Louisiana. England again, Texas. Connecticut, USA. America. Thailand. Uh-oh. We've got another Thailand person in here. T-Tom Pats. Where in Thailand? Let's see here. Teacher's materials. Oh, nice. Okay, travel experience, trips around Asia, flight reviews. Very cool. Oh, okay. Yeah. I looked at your channel before. Okay, nice. A fellow Thailand folk. That is good. Pavi Project. Thumbnail looks good. Let's see here. Sure Productions. I'm going to open you up too here. Okay, so I'm going to hop on a couple more of these here and get these out of the way because I know that you are wanting to see this. Okay, OBS on Windows or Mac, which do you think is best? If you're using OBS, you're good either way. Doesn't matter. As long as your computer can push it, you're good. It doesn't matter It doesn't matter if you're on a Mac or a PC. As long as they can push it, that's what matters. Let's see here. Okay, so next up on the list, what's up next? Can you take a look at my Razman's wrestling channel art relaunching today? Wrestling? I'm not sure. If you could tweet what you're wrestling. You know what? I think I might have seen that on Facebook actually. Razman. Let's see here. So I'm opening up that. Let's see if you have a link to your Razman here in the sidebar to your wrestling channel. So I'm trying to find it, and I do not see it. Yeah, I don't know how to get to your wrestling channel right now. Okay, so the next one on the screen is going to be Share Productions. First off, I want to say congratulations on 3,000 subscribers. Good milestones. Creeping up on 4,000, which is good. Here, Share Productions, streaming, gaming, news, and entertainment. That is awesome. The fact that you're using yourself in the profile picture is also a plus. A lot of people in this situation would have taken this cartoon and put that in their profile picture instead. So leaving you as the main thing there in the profile is very good. Okay, I like the emotion that you have going on here. This is good. Same thing, as far as making sure that your content is all, that it all connects so that people can recognize your content as your content. Super important. Yeah. So on yours, you're doing that with these, but you're not doing it here with these. But on most of them, you are doing that. So you're there. But I would just add this to the ones that you don't have that. But I see what you're doing there, and that totally works. That totally works also. So yeah, you're on the right path. At a surface view glance, you're on the right path. Okay, let's see here. Okay, and I'm going to hop into the chat real quick, and we are going to chat it up for a bit. Okay, the Endeavoring family says to check the banner on mobile. So if that was for that channel that I was just looking at, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I'm not even sure which channel that was to open that back up. So yeah, but yeah, check that in mobile. If they mentioned that that they were seeing it and it looked weird in mobile, then definitely make sure that you are checking for everybody. Make sure that you're checking your channel art on your mobile device to make sure that that everything looks like you intend it to look on a mobile device too. Josephine, thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Yeshi Productions. Oh, you were talking about you're talking to someone else. Okay. I'll actually pull that one up real quick. Since you checked them out, I will go check them out too. Okay, you know what? I actually can't even find it by searching for that, so we'll skip that one for now. Okay, here. Clickbait equals views. Yeah, not sure. Yeah, you know what? We're not going to do that one. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so he just tweeted it, so we will go here. Okay, on this one, difficult to see what's going on. Right here, this is all like really small. Here, real difficult to see what's going on. Like here, you have like the more, like and more. Like on a mobile, I would be surprised if you can even tell what's being said there. This also, all of this right here needs to be bigger, so you can see what's going on. Altering your in-ring reality. So yeah, same thing here. Like altering your in-ring reality. Like I would also just say, because you have Razman's. Okay, wrestling. Okay, got it. But yeah, I would make this stuff here bigger so that it's easier to read. Because on a mobile, this is definitely going to be difficult to read. I didn't even know you had a wrestling channel. Oh, you've had this one for a while. Okay, yeah, same thing here too. As far as your, I guess you're getting ready to get started back on this one again. So yeah, so here on this one, I just make sure that you're syncing up your thumbnails and stuff. But as far as the channel art is concerned, I would definitely make that middle area. I would definitely make that middle area bigger so that you can easily read it on a mobile device. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to hop back into the chat here real quick. Okay, Van, end game here. On yours, same thing with your channel art. Making it clear the type of content that you make. I can't stress it enough. Making it clear the type of content that you make is extremely, extremely important for all of us. For every single one of us, it's extremely important. Okay, Josephine asked, do you have to use YouTube Live in order to upload the stream as a video afterwards? No. If you want to upload the stream as a video afterwards, you can just record it, or not record it, but you can actually go live, but just unlist the video. So instead of it being a public video, it's a private video, or unlisted video, and then when you do it that way, then after your stream is finished, then you can make it live. You can even edit it inside of the editor for now. You can trim it. You can't edit it. You can trim it inside the editor now if you need to cut off some of the front or cut off some of the back or whatever. But yeah, you can definitely do that. You can record it or go live as a unlisted or private stream, and then make it live afterwards. So then you can optimize it and all that stuff, and then make it live. Let's see here. Red Crown Gaming later. Have a good one. Garage movie reviews later. Garage movie reviews. Have a good one. Bye Garage movie reviews. See you next time. Cool Austin needs the channel review. Let's see here. I did a channel makeover. Can you take a look at mine? Can I get a review? Updated my channel page. Would love a review. That's so cool. Thank you. You're the most useful YouTube I know. You really help people. Thank you, Josephine. I appreciate it. I try. Simland, hey Nick, finally good to see you live. Is this your first time in here live? Is this your first live stream? Welcome, Simland. Yeah, because you're in the comments a lot. I see you in the comments a lot. You know, I'm actually going to pull up your channel just because it's your first time in here. Like all the regulars have had their channel up here at one point in time. So I'm going to pull yours up here as well if you would like. You know what? I need to have a regulars stream where it's like, hey, this whole stream is just featured on the regulars. That would be good. Okay, so body, mind, empowered, Simland, biohacked physiology, augmented mindset, life enhancement. Man, that's like Value City right there. That's good. Hey, congratulations on the 5,000 subscribers. Rocking. This is good. This kind of looks like Evan Carmichael's thumbnail right here. Like just like the colors, the fonts, like the how it's all laid out and everything that has like an Evan Carmichael look to it. Yeah, so on yours, I know you didn't ask for this, but because you said it was your first time in here, I just wanted to pull this up. But one thing that I would recommend on yours is just to sync up your thumbnails a little bit so that people that already like your type of content, or people that are already into you can recognize your stuff as your stuff. And I like this type of content too. I'm gonna actually make sure I subscribe here. Yeah, because here you're doing like meditation, the most important lessons meditation can teach you. I meditate every day, so like this definitely your type of content definitely speaks to me. So I definitely subscribed there. Yeah. Also, make sure that you're using the descriptions in your playlists as well on your channel too. So since you didn't actually ask for the review, that's why I went in there and did it, just because you're like, hey, it's the first time I was able to catch you, and I know you're in the comments a lot too. So I just wanted to go ahead and do it. Okay, so please do a review for me. T-shirts don't look good on you. LOL. Okay, whatever. Post in the comments. Please do a review for me. Please review me. Okay, that one is gone. I came first time in your live. That is awesome. Nice to see you in here for the first time as well. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Let's see here. Aqua Hobby. Let's see what's going on there. Okay. Yeah, we'll do this one. Okay, so here's another one I'm gonna pull up. I just pulled this one from Twitter also. So here on this one, I love the way your stream looks. Thank you. I appreciate it. All types of positive feedback. Josephine, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do. Okay, so here on the Aqua Hobby, here's what we got. Aqua Hobby, clear. You're doing, fish, aqua, tank type of stuff. Good what you're doing here. Also, keep in mind what I mentioned earlier. If you were in here before about killing session time, just prioritize what's the most important for you right now. If it's sending people to Instagram, that's cool. Then keep that. If growing your YouTube channel is more important right now, then I would focus all of your efforts here inside of YouTube. Let's see here. Oh, hey, nice subscribe watermark there. That looks great. That is a just to mention here, that is a subscribe watermark from tubertools.com. That looks fantastic in there, by the way. Let's see here. Uploads. Okay, so yeah, I'm not into fish stuff, so I don't know what any of this, or fish tank stuff. I don't know what any of this stuff is, but your thumbnails look good. The text on there is easy to read. But one thing that I would do, like I was saying before, like right now you have this on here, which is cool, but you don't have it on everything. So I would just make sure that you put that onto everything. Also, let me do a quick check on your videos too. Okay, you don't have a lot of content on here yet. So I was getting ready to tell you to add more content to your channel page, but you don't have a lot of content right now. So how you're displaying here, there's not a lot of repeats. Any repeats, actually. Hold on. Yeah, there's a repeat. There's a repeat. Okay, so you are getting some repeats, but a lot of your content is already displayed here. But if you can, anything that's not displayed here, maybe it would be good to add a section down here and move it up, a couple notches and add, any content that isn't already displayed here to your channel page as well. Okay. Yeah, that was good. Okay, let's see here. Please review me. I need the help. Hey, Nick, I love reviewing my wife's channel, Virtuous Joy. Tell how's my content. If I search my channel's name in the game, it doesn't show up. But when I search my Twitter username in YouTube, it's the first on the page. It's because in the game, the reason that's happening to you is because in the game is not a unique term, right? It's not a unique string of characters, but your Twitter handle is a more unique string of characters. So therefore, you're more likely to show up for that than in the game, because in the game is a real common. I'm actually going to type that in just to see what happens, but it's a real common thing. So I would definitely just keep that in mind. Like, I mean, don't stress out about it. That's just a natural thing that's going to happen because you have a channel with 1,600 subscribers talking about the end game begins in America. You know what I mean? So there's that. Okay, so next one up on the list that I'm going to pull up here is Virtuous Joy, lifestyle vlogger. First off, channel art looks great. Super easy to understand. You're saying that you're a lifestyle vlogger, or she's a lifestyle vlogger, which is also very good. It's basically you're classifying right there out of the gate. So this has that pro look to it. So that is also very cool because it has that visual authority right out of the gate. I land on this and I think, okay, this is a serious channel, right? And now I'm just seeing that you have like 2,000 subscribers, so you're definitely making those. You're definitely making that progress. But when I land on this, I think, okay, this is a channel that's taking everything seriously. One thing that I would definitely, let me check your videos here. Oh, okay, you've only got the 2 videos. Okay. So definitely upload more. Oh, okay, you posted in the Facebook group about this. Okay, I got it now. Okay, I get what's going on. Yeah, congratulations on this, by the way. Yeah, I know you mentioned in the Facebook group that you got syndicated by like you got posted on like some news websites and things like that too, which is awesome. Congratulations on that. Yeah, so you're just starting out here. But one thing real quick in your and I'm going to go just a tad more in depth with you because you're in the Facebook group. And anybody, just as a side note, go to Facebook and just type in YouTube and video tips. That's my Facebook group. I'm not extremely active in there, but everybody is active in there, and I do check in. I actually plan to start being more active in there as well. So if you're interested in that, definitely check that out. But yeah, like on your thumbnail here, the text is really difficult to read here, being small like that. So I would definitely kind of pump that text up just a little bit. But yeah, for 2 videos, there's not too much that I can get into here. You know what I mean? So so we'll just leave that there. But overall, like that presentation when you actually land on the channel, thumbs up to that. It looks great. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. I use Josephine. I use for my streams. I use this is OBS. Here I'll actually pull it up on the screen. I'll show you what I've got going on here. I'll show you what it looks like. It's going to be like a picture within a picture within a picture within a picture thing going on here probably. But yeah, this is what I've got going on here. Is basically here. Let me cover this side up here so it's not too distracting. Okay, so basically what we have here is this is OBS, right? As you can see up here in the top. So this is OBS, and this is basically set up in studio mode. So like I have the option here. If I turn this off, then I just have one screen in the middle, so that I can use like a live switcher or something like that. But for this, I like to set up the scene on this side, and then basically transition into this side. And this is the live part. This is like what you're seeing right now. There's about like between a 10 and 15 second delay in what I say to when you're actually seeing it. But this side right here, this is basically shows me in OBS Studio here. This is what people are seeing live. And then this other side over here, this is basically my prep area. And this is basically saying this is what I want them to see next. So when I go and I go to pull up a channel, for example, then I actually prep it over here. And then after it's prepped, then I say, okay, this is ready to go. And then I transition into it. But this is a cool software. It's free. And basically you can transition. You can do different types of transitions. You can add all types of different things into it as well. Basically, you do that with all the different options down here. I've got my webcam. I've got I've got the webcam. I've got the ticker, that would show up in the bottom. I've got the browser source. I've got the let's see here. You probably can't see it. Let me move this down, then you'll be able to see it all. Yeah, so basically you have the top left corner thing here. I've got the text that's going along the bottom of the screen here. I've got the chat there. I've got a live thumb that, I use sometimes. The Twitter notifications that come up that I had to mute because somebody was being pesky. But we'll move these back up to the top. But yeah, OBS is awesome. It's free, which makes it even better. But it's free, and it's really really easy to use, which is pretty cool. Okay. So, let's see here. Can't see. It's not on the screen. Was that not on the screen? The OBS thing wasn't on the screen? Oh, it wasn't because I had myself up on the screen. Duh, I didn't do the transition. Okay, I'm going to do that again one more time. See, as you can tell, my brain is starting to just kind of peter out here. Okay, so we're going to do this one more time, and we're going to go into the display capture. There we go. Now you can see it, right? Okay, so basically how this works is I'll go through that whole thing again here. I'm going to put this down here at the bottom so you can see what's going on here and what's happening. Basically, this side over here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put this thumb here, right? Just to take up this screen here a little bit. So basically how this works is this is the studio setup, right? It's inside of OBS Studio. And basically you have this side over here, which is basically what people, or this is the setup side. This over here is what people actually see live. So if I want this to go live, then I would just click on transition, and then that would go live over to there. Now, how you get all of that stuff together is you basically have inside of OBS, you have all of this stuff down here in the bottom, down under your sources menu. So you can turn on like your, so you can turn on your, let's get rid of that thumb. So here I can turn off the text that's going along the bottom of the screen. and this is my prep area. This is what I want people to see next. So I can do the browser source here. I can do the background behind the ticker if I want there. I can turn the chat on and off, as you can see there. And basically what I do is I prep everything on this side, and I say, okay, this is what I want to this is what I want to show next. And then when I'm ready, I click on the transition, and then it becomes live right here on this side. So it's definitely a very robust piece of software, and it's free, which is fantastic, and it's super easy to use. They even have a thing where if you are just installing OBS, they even have a wizard that will walk you through how to set everything up, which is great. The only downside of that, my brother was doing that on our Creator Insights channel, and he was doing basically he installed OBS on the computer there, and he was going through it all. And when he did that, he was going through that wizard to put it all together. And when he did that, it actually put it live, and he wasn't even ready for it. He's like, oh my gosh. So if you do go through that process, make sure that it's not live. Okay, so I saw a super chat come in, so let me pull that up real quick and go check out their channel, and then I'm going to do a couple more from Twitter, and then we're going to wrap this up because we're rolling on like another 3 hours and 35 minutes here. Well, I thought I saw a super chat come in. Maybe not. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay, so Bri Joe Glow. Thanks for the heads up on that, Razman. By the way, I didn't know people couldn't see. I saw that on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh, I need to look into the chat and see if people are seeing this or not." Okay, so now we're going to go back into the display capture. Here, this is the Bri Joe Glow. Here again, the Bri Joe Glow show every weekday. You have your Twitter, your social media stuff up here, but it's not. Again, it's not letting me know what it is that you're doing on your channel. So, it's super important that you put up here, like as somebody new that's never been on your channel. If I just watched one of your videos, maybe I come here to see what type of content, additionally that you make. Like, we make the assumption that people would watch a video and they'd come to the channel page and say, hey, I like that particular video, I'm going to subscribe. But they come to your channel page and they look to see what else you have, and then they make that decision to subscribe or not. So it's really important that you make it clear the type of content they can expect from you, because they don't know, right? When somebody watches a video and then they come to your channel page, they don't know if whatever you were talking about in this video, if your entire channel talks about that, or if that's just a one-off video a one-off video that you made that you're never going to make again. Right, so you have to define that, and you have to make it clear what it is that you're doing. Outside of that, though, this looks great. Like the actual style of this looks very cool. It looks pro. It looks great. So what I would do, the only change that I would make is here. I would do instead of just every weekday, I would do like new whatever type of videos you make every weekday, or something like that, or put some type of identifier on here that lets people know what type of content it is that you are that you're making. And like I mentioned before too, in the stream, is definitely make sure also that your content is easily identifiable as your content, because none of this stuff, like there's nothing on any of these with the exception of these two that connects your content to the rest of your content. Like you have this on here, which is good, this on here, which is good, but for the rest of it, with the exception of you wearing your glasses there, which is a plus, but all of these, there's nothing on here that connects this content to you for somebody that already is into your content. And the reason that's so important is because you want people that are already into your content, when your stuff is presented on their homepage and it's recommended to them in sidebars with a new tag on it or whatever, you want them to click on your videos, come in and watch your content, so that can tell YouTube that the people that are into your content are into your content. You know what I mean? Super important. And I asked you that question. I said, do you know what I mean? Like expecting an answer. See, so you can tell my brain is, it's just, it's one of those, we've been on here for like 3 hours, 38 minutes. Brain is like, hey dude, you need to like, Drink more coffee is what my brain's saying. All right, just drank more coffee. Now we're ready for another round. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so I'm going to go to chat here real quick, hang out a little bit, and then we are going to go ahead and wrap this up. Okay, so before I split, I want to say thank you for everybody for hanging out in the stream, especially if you've been hanging out here for a long time. If you have any questions or anything before I split, definitely go ahead and drop them in the chat now, and I'll try to answer as many as I can here over the next couple minutes before we wrap this up. How do you create an intro on Android? Like the one behind me, you would have to use like a mixture of like a Photoshop for your Android. You would have to use a mixture of like some different graphic programs. I'm not sure what. And then mix those up with like KineMaster also. And then like do the actual edit for what's going on with them inside of that. Let's see here. Review. How do you create? Okay, got that one. Dreams Nation, later. Have a good one. Let's see here. No, I'm not a sports fan, Round Ball Films. I've just never gotten into sports. Like, I don't mind playing sports. I did more like skateboarding, bikes, BMX racing when I was younger. A lot of rollerblading, that kind of stuff. But as far as like sports are concerned, like basketball, football, soccer, all that stuff. I'm just not into it. I would rather like play myself, which I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not a soccer player. I'm not into any of that. But I'm just saying I'd rather play myself than watch other people play. And because of that, I'm definitely not a sports fan. Where do babies come from? That's a very interesting question. And I probably shouldn't say this live, and I might violate some stuff. I might even offend some people here when I say this. Because it is kind of, this is kind of grown-up conversation. But you know what? I don't care. I'm going to say it anyway live right here. So if you have a screen recorder, you might want to get ready for this because this is going to be pretty harsh. Storks. Everybody knows babies come from storks. I mean, that's the easiest question in the world. Storks. Look up in the sky every now and then. You'll see one flying with a little baby hanging from its mouth. They come from storks. Okay, let's see here. Brian Glow says, thanks, Nick. I know what you mean. Just started proper branding with my thumbs. My content is too vague, I think. Love you. Love you too, Brian Joe Glow. Let's see here. Question, Nick, should a small channel focus on getting an audience to his Instagram, Facebook, Twitter accounts, or just keep making YouTube videos without worrying about social traffic? Keep making videos without worrying about social traffic if your goal is to grow your YouTube channel. If your goal is to send people to your Instagram, send people to your Instagram. Like all of this stuff. Right? It's all based on what it is that you're trying to accomplish personally. For some people, they just want to grow the YouTube channel. And because of that, if that's what you're trying to do, if you're trying to grow your authority specifically on YouTube, then you want to focus there, right? That doesn't mean you can't have the other social media accounts. It doesn't mean that you can't grow your other social media accounts, that you can't spend time on those or anything like that. All I'm saying there is sending people off site is something you want to try to avoid because you're killing session time when you do it. It's good to put yourself on different social media platforms. I mean, it's super important. Storks are birds. Absolutely, they are. Blaze plays. Let's see here. Yep, gotcha, Razman's Reality. I'll probably be hitting you up sometime tomorrow, actually. Let's see here. Tomorrow, I don't do any... let's see here. Go ahead and ban this dude. Oh, we got a bunch of them here. Oh, okay, I see what's going on. Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. What's funny is I actually had one of those open for a channel review that I was going to do before I left, but they are not going to get it now, which is funny. Okay, how are storks made? See, now we're asking the important questions. How are storks made? Yeah, that's the important stuff. Back to my shirt. Yep, this is my shirt. You can see it in some of my videos too. Like you can really see it in the video that I did with Chicky Pie. Let's see here. Yeah. Let's see here. What's wrong with my channel? Do you have any tips? How do we get that subscribe watermark you were talking about? Did he go over that? The subscribe watermark is I have those available on Tuber Tools. Just go to tubertools.com. There's a bunch of different stuff for like videos and those subscribe watermarks and that kind of stuff. All of that stuff can be found on Tuber Tools. And for clarification, Tuber Tools is my website. I've made all of that stuff in there. Let's see here. Okay, guys. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed the stream again this Saturday. Thank you for taking the time to hang out. Thank you for for being a part of the stream. I hope I've added value to you in some way. If I did not get to your channel specifically, hopefully I can get there next time. Hopefully I can get to your channel next time. So thank you for hanging out in the stream, especially, big shout out to everybody that's been in here for the whole time. That is just fantastic. So thanks for hanging out in the stream. Thanks for, the conversation. Thanks for asking questions and things like that. Thank you again for hanging out. I hope you have, if you're in a part of the world right now where you are, just starting your day, I hope you have an awesome day. I hope you have an awesome rest of your weekend. I hope that everything is just awesome for you today and all weekend and forever, actually. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out. And thank you again for being a part of the channel, for being a part of the conversation, asking questions, and, just hanging out and in general. So thank you so much. If you are not already subscribed, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, a link down in the description below. Make sure that you subscribe to my new channel coming soon down in the description below. And make sure that you go and check out the Facebook page and like the Facebook page of the new channel. It's coming out below because as the set is coming together and all that stuff, we're going to be posting more of that stuff on Facebook as well. So make sure that you go and you check out that if you have an interest in that. So again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.